Should be live. The map is ready. Everybody got their figurines. Here you are in the city of Tyr, the world of Athos, in the Dark Sun realm. The glorious city stands before you, towering ziggurat, the former ziggurat of Calic, and his very phallic spire of gold off in the distance there where the nobles hang out.
The giant golden penis.
Yeah. Here in the very front of the city, on the sort of eastern flank of it, you've got the Fire Temple. The pilgrims mill about, worshipping the Lord of Flame and making small sacrifices. You guys have finished your previous quest and gained a level, so we're going to have to go through and see what everybody's been doing while you've been celebrating your recent accomplishments and your return to Tyr.
Hooray!
Consider this like a new beginning, a new story arc in your anime of Dark Sun.
Yeah. The next arc.
Who's ready? Who wants to start?
After beating Dwayne the Rock Johnson in the arm wrestling competition down at the Oasis,
Mm-hmm.
I felt really strong. Taurus says, I knew I was strong, but Dwayne was a pretty big guy. That means I'm really, really strong. You guys see how big my muscles are?
Yeah, they're big, but they're not rocks like Dwayne.
Touch them! And I'll flex at you and say, feel my muscles. Let me do an athletics check real quick. Got a 12. Are you impressed by a 12?
It's a very big 12.
I punch your flexing muscles.
See? Didn't hurt at all.
19. I punch your muscles. They ain't no rock. I smack your 12.
Hey, I wasn't even trying. Hold on. And we'll just do that back and forth. I'm good.
Are you gonna rage from this?
The Berserker Rage.
No.
1 point of non-lethal damage to the bicep is enough to keep that rage going.
I asked Mark, maybe I should ask for bigger muscles.
That's what you're gonna ask from Korganard? That's gonna be your wish?
I don't know. Is it good? I think it's good. I think it's stronger.
No,
that's so big.
That's I mean, I don't know if that's something Korganard is capable of, but you can surely ask.
You think he can make me rock skin? Give me rocks? Make my skin rocks? He make my muscles rock.
I could do that. I got stone skin.
Ooh.
Although I don't know if it would help you. You're already always clad in some pretty heavy armor.
Oh, I'm not wearing armor. I'm on armor.
You're not? Okay. Your AC is usually really high, isn't it? What's your AC?
I have unarmored defense. I got my 21 AC.
Oh yeah, stone skin wouldn't help you. I mean, I could make your skin stony, but you're pretty hardy already as is.
See, I told you. Yeah, the 19 would have bounced off my AC, by the way. Hard as a rock.
Korganard will approach the temple. The pilgrims are mighty impressed by Korganard. They've never seen anything like it.
Going to pray to him instead of the Lord of Flame. warned, you're gonna lose your followers. They're being swayed by Quirginard's angelic body.
Chris.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Oh. We're getting to the city.
You are in the city.
Well, I wouldn't have gone inside the city,
I figured.
but I would have gone to the temple,
Mm-hmm.
and then I would have talked to. I would like to talk to my pilgrim.
Okay. Gramorn the Great returns from his adventures. Tell us of your adventures, Lord Gramorn.
We have been successful in our mission once again.
Amazing!
And I'm bringing a fabulous price. Price for the city. We have helped a great ally of the Lord of the Flames, and I would like you to get everyone, all of our followers, and all the people that have been working in our farms to come. I have a special price for them. I would like to demonstrate what we can do with the guidance of the Lord of the Flame.
All right.
So we'll gather everyone.
Okay.
And
Your
it'll
pilgrims
take
will
some time.
spread out around the city and see who they can get to come to the ritual. So they're gonna go off and search around and gather all the followers.
Meanwhile, I'll go to the guards and see if there's any sacrifices that they can maybe give us that we could use during the ceremony.
Well, they'll check into the cells, and they're currently holding only one prisoner. His crime is fairly mild. They're not sure it really merits burning the man.
Why can't we have
I'll say
more?
kill him personally.
Yeah, we need more hardened criminals.
Yeah, slavery is probably more fitting for this one.
More
Not again.
Yeah, slavery. Slavery is just a mild crime in this world, you know.
But haven't we evolved past that?
Well, see, it's like if you commit a
I'd
crime,
never
they
be
give you
afraid.
they give you like a fine, but then nobody has the money to pay the fine, so then you go into slavery to pay off your debt to society. That's how
Yeah.
that works.
Oh, that's the trick.
Indentured servitude.
Well, in the
I'd
city
never
up
be
here.
slave. I always have money. I'd never be slave.
You'd be an indentured servant.
Yeah, so
No,
I'll
I
wait.
always have money.
I'll wait for the people to come in, and then I'll see if he can assist us with the ceremony to make it a little bit more, maybe tell the story of our adventures to the people and to spread the word around as well.
In the night, I hear them call.
So Tyr is a very large city. It will take some time for your followers to gather. Do you wish to stay in your temple and just meditate for a couple hours while that's happening?
Yeah, I'll do my prayers. I'll say that it's like my time of meditating and gathering new powers. And
Okay.
all, connecting with the God, and maybe in a spiritual way try to talk about all the achievements that we went through and how we would need more to be able to spread the word of the Lord of the Flames.
Sure.
And yeah. But I'll wait. I'll let people to do their things there in the city.
Can I say what I was doing?
For sure.
After that whole encounter, Soul is doing an ungodly amount of drinking and partying.
Well,
An
that is a
ungodly amount.
good thing for a bard to do. That must mean you want to head to the tavern district where all the bars are.
Yes, the richest one in the richest district.
I'll let you take your pick. They're all arrayed out there in this part of the town over here. Each one of these is a different building in this row of buildings here. So you can see this one's called the Rat's Nest. That's like the shitty bar at the end of the street. And then you've got like the Screaming Cellar where they have fights. The Red Cank Inn is sort of your middle class decent bar where most people hang out.
Which one is the where all the snobby rich people hang?
Yeah, take your pick. That's what I'm saying. Look it over. You can hover over each one and see a little bit about them. But
Shadow Square, the Rat's Nest, Weeping. What's the Weeping Willow?
The Weeping Widow. Oh, if you look inside the Weeping Widow, it looks like it caters to gladiators. Everybody's muscle bound and they're competing in tests of strength.
The Happy Dwarf.
Probably a lot of dwarves in that one.
Elven Market. No.
You can see the Drunken Giant caters to the half giants. So each bar sort of has its own clientele.
Hey, Ninja, I don't know if I would have the ability to navigate the city.
Now, if
To
you
go
need
see a roast
assistance,
hill.
right inside the gate, you've got the Dracomon station, and they will, for a price, lead you to anywhere you need to go in the city and help you out with any questions you have. They'll lead
Okay.
Taurus Maximus by the hand for just a few coppers.
Okay, I'll give him a few covers, and I tell him I need to find the old guy.
They try to figure out what you mean. Nat 20. All right, he leads you right to a roast of the old in the back alley.
Oh my god! Is the Crystal Spider? Is the Crystal Spider an inn or a tavern?
Hang on a second. The Crystal Spider. Where's that one?
Right here. I'm hovering right over.
Ah, this one. I think that's just an inn. They're not a tavern.
Oh, okay.
So you could sleep there. So it's like people party on the street and then they go to sleep over here or over here. Any of these ones with this little fat innkeeper are places where you could sleep.
I'm gonna head to the Red Kink Inn. Fuck. Yeah.
All right, right down the middle. You go to the Red Cank Inn. It is the most happeningest place in town. However, you have arrived at the worst of times, for there are only a handful of people here. There are but 4 people in the whole tavern. One of them is the barmaid that's on duty right now. One of them's the innkeeper. And then there's a couple people drinking wine.
There's 2 people.
Yeah.
Oh man. I guess I won't do drinking. I'll drink alone. I'll just order the strongest shit they got and sit at the table and I'll just
All right. Well, one of the 2 people that's drinking at the bar is going to approach, and they're going to look you up and down. They're sort of not wearing a whole lot of clothing, but they do have some jewelry around their neck and their wrists, and they're going to approach. It's a man and a woman. They both look like maybe they're in the merchant class. They're a little richer than your average person, and they're going to approach, and they can tell that you're a bard by your dress and the kind of equipment you wear, and they're going to approach and ask about your adventures and what tales you have to tell, and they'll offer you handfuls of coins.
Okay.
You're given 2 gold pieces, one from each of them. That's actual gold. Like so you have 2 gold.
Wait, it's actual gold.
It's actual gold. You have 2 gold
I like
coins.
These people. I love these people. Matter of fact,
one from each of them, but they want you to entertain them for a while because they didn't have a lot going on. So this is to hear all of your tales.
All right, I'm gonna tell the story from the beginning, but be prepared to hear a lot of BS. That makes me look good.
All right.
So it all started back in the slave pitch, right? We were scrounging for materials. It was like Viet Cong in there, right? But then one day I just decided, we should start a revolution. So we did. We got with help from the Veiled Alliance, we were able to what was his name? King?
King Calic.
We were able to kill Calic with my my old spear, and that was wait, no, I shouldn't be saying that. We were able to for legal reasons I cannot tell you because my mind is a blur. But after that, we left the slave pits and we wandered the lands, completing strange and odd quests. We then kind of got scammed because we were forced to deliver a necklace, but we were the treasure, and we escaped slavery for a second time. You started to see a theme here. After that, We wandered the wasteland. There's a lot of confidential stuff I can't tell you. I want to I want to come up with lies. I want to come. Can I roll for a deception?
Well, I already rolled insight for both of them because of some of the things you said there. So yes, you can.
Oh god, this is bad. This is really bad. All right, hold up. What is my deception at? +5. Come on. How do I move this calculator? It's kind of. Is it locked or wait? Am I not promoted? No, I'm promoted. How do I move the calculator right here?
The calculator's probably locked.
You're promoted.
Yeah, I am. I just looked. It's locked. I'll just roll normally.
There it goes. Just in time.
22.
All right. I rolled an 18 and a 22. So it was pretty close.
Ooh.
They will like one of them believes you barely and the other one's skeptical but enjoys the story, laughs and just lets you continue telling your tale.
Yes. Okay. And after that, we then proceeded to do a bunch of heroic deeds. Like there's this cloud ray we proceed to brutally murder with our bare hands. It was epic. You should have been there. Not only that, there's this one we found a stray god near a waterfall. Killed him too. It was also spectacular. There's this other guy we met, half giant guy, real big, strong, sturdy guy. He proceeded to eat the god. So now he's like 15% god. It's a long story, you know. Really epic journeys, you know. We kind of met like 5 gods along the way. Then I came here to spend my if you want to know what happened to the rest of it, I kind of dropped it on the way here. You know, just like it's not my first time being drunk. Don't ask why I'm relatively poor, considering all the journeys we said we've been on. I just lost my son. You know. But what about you two? What about you two?
All right. Well, they really enjoy your stories and they sort of struggle to think of anything that would interest somebody as world-wise as you, who's seen as much as you have.
Yes.
So,
I've looked death in the face and haven't blinked.
They'll tell you they recently had dealings with a merchant who had a very unusual caravan. Something unlike anything you've ever seen before, I'm sure, because it used dark sorcery, defiler magic, to reanimate the dead corpse of an enormous beetle. And they retrofitted this beetle through various crafting methods into an enormous moving caravan that housed a great number of soldiers and merchants and cargo. Our dealings with this merchant were frightening, to say the least. And the woman, like, she nearly faints just remembering it. The frightful presence of this tremendous undead beetle. She exclaims that she feared for her life that she would be trampled to death by the thing if it were to get out of control. And the man comments, yes, and just the thought of the dark magics, the defiler magics that must have been used to animate the dead body of such a gargantuan behemoth. It's truly a sight to behold. Something surely even a bard as worldly as you has never seen.
Yes. Personally, I'm not that familiar with magic. This all sounds very terrifying.
Yes.
I've never seen magic up close. I'd have to tell you.
Right.
Magic really, gives me like the heebie-jeebies. What else you guys got to tell me? Anything else?
Well, you mentioned something, the Veiled Alliance. What's that? Tell us about that.
It's my we walk around wearing cloaks and stuff, and we stalk around the city, just doing stuff. Well, it's a group of bards. Yes.
How curious.
We perform. We call ourselves a Veiled. It's like a band name, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right.
Can I roll deception?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
So, let's see, what else can they tell you? They'll tell you that the city has been prospering since the reopening of the iron mine, and they've both become more wealthy
Oh yeah,
because of it.
that was me too. That was me too.
Oh, really? You don't say.
Yeah. Hmm.
Outrageous. Tell us that tale. What happened?
Pretty so. There were little midget people.
Hmm.
They were very very ferocious. They were guarding the mines. See, listen. Here's what I did. Okay, so I ran towards them, sword in hand. They proceeded to lose myself like a barbarian in rage and slaughter droves of them. I mean droves. And then by the time I realized, the majority of them were already dead, and the iron mines were free. There were then this military. They were pretty chill, but the iron of the mines was then separated equally. I know a guy from there. He can tell you.
Were they hedgekins, the creatures that live in the rocks?
Exactly.
Ugh,
Nasty.
nasty, vile humanoids. I had heard rumors that that's what had taken hold in the mines.
Yes, I remembering slaughtering hundreds like it was yesterday.
Is it true that they command the elements, that they are earth clerics?
Yes. Although some of them are, only some of them.
Mm.
A couple of them were also the magic users. I know I said I wasn't familiar with it, but that was one time.
Fell beings wielding magic, they probably had something to do with the breaking of the world.
Exactly. Magic users are disgusting. I can't stand.
Terrible creatures. Horrible.
If
really.
I ever saw a magic user, I would stab him dead.
The two nobles ponder what could have happened to the various magic users that served Kalik. Since you and your people defeated Kalik, do you know what happened to all the magic-using Templars, the Warlocks, the Paladins?
Nope, no clue.
All right.
Not a thing. Nope. I don't know what you're talking about. Nope. Anyway, who are you two?
Well, as they've explained, they are both well-off merchants. They've been profiting off the iron trade and various like subcategories. Like they actually like make a lot of cutlery and knives and things that high-end customers buy off them. So they're sort of artisans and craftsmen.
You guys have anything for sale right now?
Oh, no. We have slaves deal with that. In the Elven marketplace, we don't.
They said the S word. They said the S.
We don't dirty our hands with the small business.
You guys own slaves?
Well, doesn't everyone?
I just want to give them this look. Just.
Oh, you misunderstand. Yeah. You misunderstand. Freed slaves, former slaves.
Yeah.
Surely they are paid these days. They roll their eyes.
How much do you pay them?
2 ceramic pieces per week.
A week. Huh.
Not a lot, but you know, we gotta make ends meet where we can. The profit margins are very narrow, you understand.
I see. You guys plan to stay in the tavern for a little bit? I was planning to drink and sulk here by myself, but I mean,
they have nothing better to do, and they're just hoping that you'll entertain them the entire time.
Yes. I just want to drink with the. Can I roll a performance check?
Yes.
I've managed to convince people that I'm just strong. Let's go.
The innkeeper and the barmaid are also quite impressed. They were sort of listening in.
Performance. Damn, I have a plus 11. God. Let's see. 22.
22. An excellent performance. Everybody claps.
Yes. Spend the rest of the time and enjoying myself, getting drunk, talking to the few people in here.
Okay. So we got Grimorn, we got Soul. Who's next?
Meantime, too, when I'm doing my preparation, I'm doing some accounting stuff right now.
Accounting?
Yeah, I'm actually working on separating magical items from regular standard stuff we could sell.
All right, you want to make some money. The business side of things.
Yeah, so I'm working on that. Once I'm done, I'll bring you the amounts there.
Okay.
There's one item that there's no price on, and maybe you can help real quick.
Yep.
It's the Mikilo-eyed armor, and there's an enchantment on it, and there's not the there's the original price, but there's not the second price when you identify if it's a magical item.
Hmm. Which card is this?
It's on this card here. The one at the bottom.
All right. Let me take a look.
Yep, if you don't mind. Everything else is I'll quantify.
So, what about Morg? Long, what are you up to?
Been a while. Korganard is already here. He said he was going to help the nature of specifically this town.
So that's why he's in that front area, because that's where you have the farming fields surrounding Tyr, and also where you've got like the actual gardens that you set up during the game, near the fire temple and the fertilized fields where you made all the sacrifices.
Does he do it like instantaneously?
Oh yeah, of course. He's going to spread his energies around the area, walk around the city, and go to all the farms. He's doing a tour of the town when he arrives here to make everything better.
Okay. I guess I would just follow him and kind of like see how he like performs, and like I sort of try to learn, although I doubt I would like pick up any skills from him. But I would like to observe him. And I guess also talk with him. I would ask him, Korganard, so what have you been doing before you transformed? What was life like before?
Korganard will tell you that he was a user of the way. He grew up in a monastery where he trained the powers of his mind. He meditated extensively over a period of years, training his body and his mind under a series of masters, developing different techniques to expand his mind, to perceive things that were beyond the realm of your normal senses, developing his ability to travel with his mind and communicate non-verbally, and to lift things with his mind. It's like a muscle, he'll explain, to develop the strength of his mind to lift heavier and heavier objects. And eventually, through all of these practices, he unlocked a variety of new abilities. He also encountered a number of interesting things in the world that aided him, various psionic crystals and artifacts that contained psionic energies of previous masters of the way. And he'll describe how communing with certain artifacts enabled him to learn new and lost techniques from ancient times, from the remote past. He'll explain how he went on many adventures and he had many friends that aided him in his quest. They explored ancient ruins and old dwarven lairs and crypts and hidden places in search of these artifacts. And from those artifacts, he could then glean information by using his psionic abilities to enter into the object and sort of see the things that happened within a vicinity of the object. It's an interesting and hard to explain ability. He tries to get it across to you, but it's all very abstract and difficult to explain. But yeah, he's talking about all sorts of psionic abilities and long periods of training, basically, and it goes on and on and on. So clearly he's been at it for a decade or more.
Oh wow. Doesn't seem. It seems like it would take a long time then if I wanted to try to do anything similar. I do also share your vision of repairing the world at some point. I just want us to be able to live without the sorcerer kings.
A
'Cause I don't
noble
see.
goal. Defeating the Sorcerer Kings will surely end the ravaging of this planet. We can do so much to restore nature, but if the defilers continue to twist and destroy the spirit of the land, it'll surely be an uphill battle in order to repair the world.
Mm,
So he agrees. Defeating the
think-
Sorcerer Kings will go a long way to helping the world heal faster. However, he'll say the Sorcerer Kings lead vast armies, and one free city isn't going to really help all that much. Projecting your power into these other cities is very difficult.
We'll need to find the next, I guess, weakest sorcerer king, and then maybe we can influence them to also become a free city and band them together.
Corganard will rub his chin for a moment, and he thinks. And he'll tell you he's heard that there is often civil war brewing in Nibenay, that perhaps you could leverage the people against Nibenay. He's such a reclusive sorcerer king, he often will leave his city to its own devices and allow the people to grow complacent and bold to where they will rise up and take control for themselves, at which point Nibenay has been sort of legendary for ignoring the problem until it became troublesome and then showing up to fix it decisively with overwhelming force and brutality. So he's sort of legendary for being both brutal in that way, but also for being lax and letting his people run wild for long stretches.
We could take advantage of that, although consequences of losing could be dire then at the same time.
Have you had dealings with Nibenay in the past? Have you been to Nibenay?
Indeed, we have. It was on our way to deal with the sorcerer empress of, was it Gulg? We were there to break a powerful artifact of hers on behest of the Nibenay king because they were having a feud. But he let us go after we did what we were bid to do.
It's said that they've been at war for many centuries. Fighting over resources, the Crescent Forest is a vital piece of Agafari wood remaining in this barren, vast desert of ours.
Yeah, if we could maybe take over Nibenay, we could get those resources. Take share in them.
He's heard that the clerics of Nibenay are kind of a big deal too. They're more openly tolerated in Nibenay. There's a lot of religious sects that have taken root in that place that could also possibly be used in one way or another. Your friend Grimorn, being a fire cleric, might have some sway over the fire priests of that city that you might also be able to leverage to your advantage.
Yeah, and he also killed some of the other clerics of the non-fire type.
The water clerics of Nibenay may pose a threat to any plans to do anything in Nibenay. I'd watch out for that if I were you.
Okay, duly noted. Thank you.
I'm not a savage.
He's going to ask that you walk with him as he strolls down the streets, Morg.
Oh yes, I'd love to.
Okay.
I love what you're doing with the place.
Using his psionics, Corganard is actually going to go almost directly towards where Taurus and Orosto are in the back alleys. So you're going to arrive sort of in the same place here.
Okay.
Joda.
Hey, Corganard.
All right. So Korganard arrives, and Morg is with him. And you were here talking to Orosto the Old.
I just walked up to Arosa and told him how. Sorry, fair enough. Go ahead.
Orosto the Old is sort of going over plans to develop an interesting weapon with you. He thinks that you'll make a good protege, and that your great strength could be an asset, and so he works with you to develop a mighty weapon, legendary enough to be wielded by somebody of your great size and strength.
I show him the pretty picture.
Yes.
Stick figure of a big Taurus guy and a big weapon.
All right. He will take your concept and he will project into your mind a glorious vision of the finished product that will be constructed down the line.
Whoa. That is really shiny. That is huge. Wow.
It is very large indeed.
It's
So-
strong? It break bones, huh?
Oh, indeed. Many bones.
It break
But-
armor too?
You must remember that it has to be used for the right purpose. Remember always to use it for good and not for evil.
Oh, I always good. I always really good. I'm a good boy all the time, and I just never do nothing bad. When they tell me to do bad stuff, I said no. I'm no slave. I do what I want.
Hey, Chris. Here's a card.
Where?
If somebody
Here.
Okay, thank you.
tries to make you a slave to do good stuff, do you disobey them and do bad stuff?
No, I just don't do what they say. But
Okay.
but I'm good, you know. I never do bad stuff. This stuff is nice. I try to be nice all the time. Someone told me one time, you do what people want you. Wait. You do what people. You want people do you. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, you. It was a shiny word. The golden rule. Golden rule. That's what it was. Shiny. It was shiny rule. That's how I remember it. All the time. I say all the time, do the golden rule, and you will get. See all the monies I got. Speaking of monies, you need more monies, Mr. Orosto?
Indeed. Contribution to my my good works to help the poor. This money will surely help greatly and contribute towards the development of your weapon too, which I will do in my spare time. I will create this thing in my spare time, but I must see that the people of my back alleys of Tyr are cared for in these dire times. Many of them are so impoverished, and many others have fallen back into their habits of slavery from the times of Calic. People who couldn't rise in the ranks, who had little ambition, often fell back into the service of cruel masters. So I've done my best to improve the lot of the life of the people of Tyr.
But that's what I told Corganard. I told him we free all the slaves, you know. So I said this is good cause, right? Right, Corganard?
Korganard is going to approach and meet with Orosto the Old, and they're going to grasp each other's arms in a warm embrace. They recognize each other. They're like old friends who have not seen each other in a long time.
Are they hugging right now?
No. They're doing that, like, manly forearm handshake.
Oh man, I wanted to hug them. I thought it was a hug. I thought it was gonna be a group hug.
Korganard's not too into hugs now that he's got a big gossamery wing poking out of each shoulder blade. It would sort of make hugging uncomfortable.
Okay, I won't for now.
However, Arosto is quite impressed, and he says, "Ah, Corganard, you're looking a little different these days." Corganard's going to say, "Yes, you've noticed the change, my friend." And Arosto says, "Ah, you don't look quite as good as me at our age, but, what can you do?" Corganard chuckles.
But he's shiny. He's shiny, Mr. Rosto. He's
Yes,
real
yes,
shiny
yes.
now.
Just a joke, my friend, just a joke.
Oh, okay. So, how much money does he need?
Whatever you got. You might want to wait for
Whatever I
Krias to give you
got.
some cash.
Well, I got some gold right now.
Let me know.
Krias is working on that split, and then you'll have all the money in the world.
Well, we gotta talk about a few things real quick. So just finish what you're doing.
Well, we already got that little bit of money, the straight up money, not the selling money yet.
Yeah, and Sia, did you see the message in the Discord? You should have had your cut in there, in case.
I show Arosta the gold coins that I got. I say, look at these ones. I haven't seen these ones. These are shiny.
Gold coins are good. Yes.
And then I have all this coppers, but look, I'm gonna just hand him a bag of copper. It's gonna be 1,500 copper.
Well, that'll lighten the load a little bit. 1,500, you say?
Yeah. Let's pull a fucking sack of copper and be like, we got all this from the thing though, from helping Mr. Corganard. So that's a start, right?
Yeah.
You need more right now?
Nah, this'll definitely work for now. This'll get us started.
Okay. I tell Mr. Corganard, maybe my wish could be to help Mr. Arosto. Is that okay, Mr. Corganard?
Sure.
So whatever value or whatnot he can give towards that stuff, it's good with me.
He'll try to contribute and help.
Yeah, there you go. Maybe he can contribute like some of the magic part of whatever.
There you go. He'll put some psionics in it.
Yeah. There you go. I'm in. I say, yeah, maybe you can make it really shiny. And I say, I think we'll just get more money, Mister. I'll bring you some more, if we get more money. We gotta find out, though. Hey, Mr. Moore.
Hello, yes?
What, where's all the stuff we were gonna sell?
I believe Grimorn was carrying it on when we had our Kingdom cart. He was looking at them. Should be in our cart that we brought into the city.
I get
Yeah, we
all
can go
excited
bring
and
it.
tell Rosto. Oh yeah, our friend Fire Guy. He's so cool. He made a big explosions and fireworks and everything when we were fighting. I like him. He's really cool. He's little, but he beat up a lot of giants. It was crazy.
Corganard's going to ask Arosto about the Veiled Alliance, and Arosto is going to tell him that they are led by Sadira, and Corganard will nod his head and inquire as to where he can meet them, and Arosto will whisper or even telepathically transmit some coordinates to him, and he'll nod his head. Corganard will tell everybody here that he intends to seek out the Veiled Alliance and to gather information about some of the other cities before planning his next move. What are you all going to do?
I was planning
Well,
on
I
making.
want to go find Mr. Grimorn.
You're gonna go find Mr. Grimorn?
Yeah. And I asked Corganite, do you need anything else from me?
No, no. Remember, I owe you a favor. I will be here in the city probably for a week. If you figure out what you want. Aside from this, I mean, this is minor. He's just contributing some magic, right? Is that really all you want?
Yeah. I don't.
Well,
I don't know. I'll think about it more. I just can't think of stuff. But you give me some ideas. That'll be helpful. Just let me know. I'll see you. I'll call you on the cell phone.
all right. Well, yeah. For this week, I will remain here and assist Arosto in the processing. So if you need me for anything, feel free to ask.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go try to
Um,
do some improvements to the city.
Hmm.
I
You gonna
have
head to the
some
gladiator
plans.
pits?
Actually, my business is with Grimorn in
Oh, I see.
his tower.
Hmm. Okay.
I
Grimorn,
had to.
Mm-hmm.
I race you. You slow.
Grimorn, your tower, the fire that's in it, the ever flame.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually hot, correct? It produces heat, or is it just meant to burn things?
You want to test it out?
Uh, I want to see if it can melt stuff, because I'm thinking about producing ice that can turn into water for the city.
Oh, I'm sure it would, but it burns forever. So
Hmm.
the intensity really depends on what you put inside of it. And putting
Well,
water
I
into
wouldn't.
these flames, I'm not exactly sure that the Lord of Flame would appreciate.
Oh, I wouldn't be putting it directly into it. No, I was thinking of installing some sort of cauldron hanging off the top, or possibly it doesn't have to be a pot. It could have like a spout coming out of it, that we would pour it out into a basin after we melt the ice that I would be creating.
And where would you gather this so-called ice?
I would. I have a new spell called Sleet Storm. I can create a giant cylinder of sleet, and we can melt all that sleet into water and collect.
Well, the only reason why I would approve of this is if it attracts more people to the temple.
Well, the more water we can have for the city, we'll be able to have a bigger population. We could draw in more travelers and potentially show them off how our city gets that water, and they would come to this temple to see that.
Are you not concerned that we might be competing with the people that owns the wells in the city?
Hmm. Is there an issue with people that own the well in the city? Are they like taxing people for the water and doing that?
Whoever owns the water owns the power.
I guess I would go speak with the king about this. If he has
Uh,
any
as long as
issue with
as long as it could
generating
contribute
water,
to
the
help the
city's growth.
the farmers and also the fields.
Oh, definitely
I don't
can be
have
used for
anything against
drinking,
that.
for production, for anything.
This guy will probably move to tomorrow, but he's on. He's gonna come over in a second.
All right.
Well, I've been looking at all these items, and there's certain things that we could sell to all sorts of people, all sorts of vendors. A lot of like weapons and armors for half giants. I'm sure a couple
Ooh, is
merchant
there anything
houses,
shiny?
a few merchant houses might be interested to equip their warriors and their guardians. But some of the magical items,
Mm.
I'm not exactly sure. Some are kind of cursed, like this ring, for example. I would not sell that to anyone, and it has a connection directly with
Oh, that's a
the
shiny
sorcerer
ring.
king. Yeah, you never want to put this ring on.
That's a little ring, though. I wouldn't be able to fit it in my big fingers.
But I would be willing to maybe sacrifice that item. I'm pretty sure that going against the sorcerer king of Yurik would defensively balance things out. Especially that is an item that was cursed directly from him. That'd be quite symbolic. But the other items are we might be able to sell them, but some are quite valuable, and not many people has this type of money. So I made the breaks on here on this card here, like, and these prices are halved, and we have a few like magical items extra. That like I think we should just like split between the group here, but like potions, fruits. But whatever we can sell to the market ends up being about like close to 8,000 CP. But we would have to like look for different merchants and spend a little bit of time on that until we can sell it all, or maybe look at it for like value and exchange. But the other items, like the magical items, they're worth total like something. If we take the ring out, it's around 11,000 CP.
You know a number of merchants and nobles, and so through your contacts here in the city, you can get all that stuff sold. It's no problem.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And like the black market guy might be able to buy some of these magical items, even if they're dodgy a little bit.
Sure.
Are you guys okay if I sacrifice the ring and we don't sell it? It is like worth sold. It's worth like it's still worth 2,750 CP. So we would lose a little bit of money, but that thing is super cursed. Like anybody that puts that on is like a death sentence.
What is this?
Like I don't know if you guys remember, but is this ring the bronze ring of Amanu?
Mm-hmm.
It's enchanted. This item has 0 or 1 charge, recharged by Amanu only. When your HP drops to 0, the wearer is automatically teleported to the designated location set by Amanu, directly into his dungeon. So, and you cannot remove it, and the only person that can remove it is the King of Uric. So if your health drops to 0, you're literally teleported in his dungeon.
Well, but it has no it has no charges, so it can't do that.
So if a defiler got a hold of that, they could figure out a way to charge it.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
It could be a really dangerous item. I don't know. But that's what my character would say. Anyway, that's what Grimoire would say, and it'd be something that he'd like to be able to sacrifice. Just kind of to flip the finger up to Amanu. Maybe he'll feel and I hurt his fifis.
Well, I'm fine with that. It's not like I want to go to Manu's dungeon if I die, even if we found a way to charge it.
Yeah. So Ninja, like an item like that, could it be forced on someone?
It could be forced on somebody, and also the enchantment could be altered, right? So somebody capable of making enchanted items, like an artificer type person, could take that item and modify the conditions of the enchantment. So it's basically a ring of teleport, which has a lot of value to it, which is why you can sell it, even though it's got, like, currently it's got a pretty limited configuration where it only wants to recharge by Hamanu, and it only wants to go to Hamanu's dungeon. So, like, those configurations are currently, like, locked in, and that's troublesome for you, making it kind of not useful, except to sell.
Could we change the teleport to tier?
At great expense, yes. You'd have to get with some spellcasters like the Veiled Alliance and figure that one out.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Would it be worth to spend that money?
Yeah, it would be expensive. That, like, a high-level item like that would be very expensive to fix.
Well, Grimoire looks at it as kind of another like symbol of defiance against the power. So, but if you guys want to sell it or whatever, it's still 2,700. But the thing is, it wouldn't make that much of a difference, like when you split it in 5 at the end of the day. like right now, like each one of us is making 1,572 CP for the standard items, each one of us,
Mhm.
and each one of us makes 2,705 CP for the magical items.
Okay.
Did you sell the gems, or are you keeping the gems as gems?
The gems I put them in, it's like it's only 180 CP. It's not that much. So, yeah, there you go. And that's divided in 5, and that includes Sky as well. He's not here right now, but like I'll have to keep the card so you can see the total amount.
Mhm.
And then all these items except for the ring would be gone.
Everyone got that?
Hey guys.
Hello, hello.
Hey.
Just in time for the split. Come get some money.
We can delete these 4 cards. Give
Can
me a
you write
second.
it in the chat?
Give me a second. Don't touch on anything.
Okay. Oh hey, now I can cast Walls of Fire.
It's on the card, so yeah, I can put it in the chat as well. You guys want it in Discord?
Just in either in Discord or in the game chat.
I'll put it in the Discord because it's not
Game chat
everybody
doesn't
on
last.
on right now. Yeah, exactly.
Money, money, money. All the money from all that adventure.
Is there any place in town that's selling magical artifacts?
Yes.
Oh really?
Mhm.
That's surprising.
All right, we can delete these cards.
Go ahead and delete it. You can do that.
Gone. I still have the card with the amounts here. I didn't even collect my money.
All right. I'm loading
Do you-
up
do you s-
the shopping list here.
Do you still have the list from that back alley vendor? By any chance?
Probably.
Wait, what is that math you sent in the chat for, Chris?
Take a look at the 2 totals divided by 5, the one at the bottom of each like 2 lines, and that's in CP. How much you're making out of the items that we sold.
Oh, okay. We had that many. God damn.
Yeah, and then there's another message too that was sent at the end of the last game too for you, and it's like the other split. There was a bunch of coins, and that was split last game. I don't remember the amounts, but you might want to look in Discord for your share.
I need to go to
I'm gonna collect it. I'm gonna copy and paste it there.
I need to go to a bank and ask them to convert 57,000 ceramic pieces into 57 gold.
Yeah, that's fine.
This is too heavy.
You know Aegis of Astocles, one of the wealthiest nobles in town. He will gladly convert your money into other coin if you need. Or even into gems. He'll convert coin into gems, make it lighter.
Do we need gems for anything? Do we have a cleric? Are you a cleric that can revive people? Do you need gems?
I need for I need like 300
Yes.
CP worth of diamond.
300.
So we're
Do
getting
you
the
already
we're
have
getting
any
the
or no?
Hmm?
Do you already have any of those diamonds or no? You know, do you have any on hand?
I have enough for one.
Uh,
That's
so
what I
we're
was.
getting 1572 and 2705 and
Yeah,
the
no,
other stuff.
not the bottom lines. That's for Sia. That's because it's just cut
Oh.
from the coins from last week. But you do
Oh
get
yeah,
the
yeah, okay. We already.
2705 and you get the 1572.
Okay. Okay.
Was this the bleh. Was this the black market list you were talking about, or was it a different one?
Where is it?
The one on the little tablet
Wasn't look.
on the table here.
Oh, there was like a flying carpet.
After you
Carpet
hand
of
me
flying,
hand me
12,000
the
right there. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
After you hand me the bag of money, my cut, I go. I think I need to go see Mr. Orosto again.
you're gonna donate.
Is he
even
the guy
more.
who sells magical artifacts? Because you might get tag along.
Arosto
No,
does sell artifacts, yeah.
Oh.
So if you look at the tablet here, there's a section that is the psionicists. And that would be the list that Arosto has.
So how long are we gonna be staying in the city? I had some other plans that would take a whole entire day if we have that.
I think you have at least a week of downtime here, probably.
Okay.
Rather than immediately rushing off to the next thing, you probably want to at least spend a little bit of time enjoying Tyr, re-equipping, spending some of your money, reacquainting yourself with some of the characters that you've met while you were here, learning things that have happened since you went on your adventures. All that stuff is very important for your characters and stuff. So I've dropped a few hints about planning for your next adventure, like finding the Veiled Alliance. Like Korganard was saying, he wants to find out what his next move's going to be afterwards.
That mind shielding headband, I already bought that. Ninja.
Yep.
Wait, where in tier do they? Is there a person I can ask where they sell special bowls at? Special bowl, not bowl.
Bowls?
Bowls.
Pottery?
What do you need a special bowl for?
A bowl, not a bowl.
So you don't have to eat anymore?
Are you referring to like the secret Veiled Alliance code?
Yeah, we just add a letter. We just add L at the end of everything we're looking for that's magical.
I've got bowls.
Because that was an Uruk thing. In Uruk, they had a pottery shop where the Veiled Alliance would meet. In this town, you got to go through Aegis of Asticles and his girlfriend Sadira, the Veiled Alliance leader.
How do I update the health of my token?
You got to bring up the menu.
How much is 12,000 in gold?
12,000 ceramic pieces would be 120 gold pieces.
Oh my god, I'm actually kind of close.
How do I change it to 51?
I forget. How do you change these things?
Can I borrow 40 gold from someone?
You can borrow it from me.
I want a magic carpet.
So you want to point at it until you have the red button, then hit the right click, and that's going to open up the menu. And then it's got left and right arrows for max. That increases your max hit points.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Do you want to make your roll to sacrifice that ring, Krius, in front of your crowd of adoring fans?
Yeah, but at the same time, I kind of want to use it to amplify like the magic of Korganite while he's like fertilizing the soil, and making it great for culture. I want to make a show out of it, you know, to manipulate the poor.
You got it.
I like the honesty. I would vote for him.
You know,
He wants to get more followers in his religion. How, can you blame the guy?
exactly. No, I want to influence the people in the city to make them like, especially the poor. That
Proselytizing.
Especially-
This is how you get followers. You need to show people what you can do and impress them.
yeah, and that's why I needed your help, Sia.
He's
So you
tying
can,
it into their livelihood, into their very food, the religion of fire, keeping their bellies full. That'll inspire people to worship the god of fire.
yeah, and also like give them an opportunity to gain their own autonomy too, because it's really for them to be able. Anyways, you know.
Wait, do
If-
you sacrifice people by burning them alive?
Yeah, but that's to fertilize the soil.
I mean,
There's a circlet of attunement. What?
But I guess like if our farm can become competitive on the same time, it gives us some power in the city, you know.
I
And
like
some
your
influence.
enthusiasm. I'm in.
Yeah. And I'll spend some money too on like bringing food and making a feast to attract more people as well. There's always people that are hungry, and getting some booze too. I want some alcohol and a lot of sexy women around.
That is not a problem. It's a big
And
city.
we'll get Sia to be our host.
It's a big city on a hot desert planet where almost nobody wears a lot of clothing.
There you go.
In this song, I'm gonna try not to say the N word.
And then we'll sacrifice the ring, but at the same time, just kind of another flip to Eric, because it's an item that he created and enchanted himself. And then we'll bring the magic, the favor from for Corganard.
All
I'm
right.
sure everybody's gonna enjoy it.
Who's going to go to the ritual from the group? Is everybody in the party there?
I'm gonna go.
You're going to go? All right.
I'll go.
I'll be there. Yeah.
So I think you meet the requirements for having 10 people watch it.
How do I?
Did you already
how do I
do the
vote?
checklist, Chris? Did you go down the sacrifice list?
No, I was dealing with all the items.
Gotcha.
Ninja, how do I close the menu?
I
You
run
have to
over to
right click
Roscoe?
again while pointing at the middle of it.
Can I get?
Can I run?
Can I get a bardic inspiration? Do you mind?
Yes, indeed, a D8.
And then I'll get a guidance as well.
I'm gonna run to a roasto real quick, Ninja.
Yep.
I'm just gonna go drop off another big sack of money. 4,500 silver.
Okay, let me go to my notes. 4,500 silver.
Wait, where is the ritual taking place so I can put my mini on the map there?
So far, I've given him 6,000 plus.
It's at the entrance of the city at the shrine.
Is that a new model, Rumar?
I gave him 6,000 CP today. How much did I give him on the last time?
I'm not sure where my note on that is. I was looking for it, but I can't find it. I forget where I put it. I'll add the notes, 4,500 silver, and it was another 1,500 ceramic earlier, right?
No, it was 4,500. Sorry, 4,500 ceramic again.
Hello, it is
So
me.
1,500 ceramic and then 4,500 ceramic.
So you're at 6,000 ceramic total, not counting what you gave last time.
Guys, I accidentally cast a large / reduce. How do I shrink my token down? I am unusually tall.
Plus and minus.
I gotta copy that list somewhere.
So, in our other D&D game, Jodab made that FR D&D data. Do you have that bookmarked? Because the sacrifice table is in that.
Oh no, I don't have that.
I'll link it to you. Hang on.
I got it right here.
Ooh, this magic barb net seems really interesting. It's unbreakable. and you can set it as a trap, and it can just hang in the middle of the air
Yeah,
and
it's a
drop
fun
when
one.
a creature passes it.
Chris, I'm sending it to you right now.
I like traps that set themselves up.
It's worth 17 gold.
Yeah, just go drop off all that gold, and then I'm like,
I want
okay,
to buy it. I think
I
it'd be
gotta
useful.
do something really cool.
It's gonna last more than an hour, so it's a +1.
Wait a minute. You said 40 gold you need to borrow?
No, forget about it. I'm gonna save.
Yeah, I
Can
don't
I roll
have that much.
can I roll a performance check to perform at the ritual?
Sure.
Who's this
When I
guy?
run to go, when I go run back from Arosto, I'm just gonna tell everyone I see, come on guys, come on! There's gonna be a ritual outside the gates at the fire temple.
You're
There's
gonna burn
sacrifice.
someone alive today. Can you believe it? Whew.
Come on, come on! And I just yell. I'm just like trying to tell people to come to the fire temple.
Okay.
I think this time they might actually deserve it.
A few extra people will follow along out of curiosity.
They're gonna have barbecue. Come.
Oh, I like food.
All right, what was my performance at this? And my dice didn't come out the. Wait, there it goes.
Is this witnessed by a presence of an agent of deity or patron? A patron or agent of your deity would probably have to be a fire elemental. Would you like to use your thing from your last sacrifice? You could spawn a fire elemental right here. Well, I can summon one just by casting one. I have the powers to do that. I can do more than one elemental.
Can I? Does me summoning one also help you?
Yeah, the more the merrier. It's not going to give us plus, but it might excite people to see fire elementals floating out around the place.
Any fire elemental, like maybe not a small one, but any like medium or bigger fire elemental would definitely count as an agent of your deity.
Let me see what I can cast now. I think
I pull out a torch and light a torch and be like, I make fire too.
I can
Ooga
create
chaka,
a minor elemental. Is that
no,
one?
No.
Too small.
I'll conjure a level 5 conjure elemental.
It's got to be a regular elemental or a greater elemental. One of those two.
It's a regular elemental that I'm gonna cast. Make appear.
I pull out a second torch and be like, see what I can do, and I start doing like fire twirling.
Just for fun, I create 8 challenge rating 1/4 fire elemental.
All right, they dance around.
Just to add to the environment.
People who are showing up are gonna be really just. Ooh,
You got a big half giant just doing like
a bard saying fire and flames. A fire elemental just summoned. And wait, what are you burning again?
A ring of Uruk.
It's conducted in publicly.
Yep.
Okay. +1.
You're throwing the ring in a volcano.
Yeah, pretty much.
You've got at least 10 followers.
Yeah. Okay. So what about the public? How much people do we have? And I guess they wouldn't necessarily count as followers, though.
Nah,
So.
like I said, 10 plus, but not quite 100.
There's no torture, no. There's no injure, no.
A lot of that stuff won't apply to a ring.
Yeah, counter-aligned. Counter-aligned that's evil?
Your character is good.
Neutral, chaotic. It's more a chaotic type, like an elemental.
If you're chaotic type, then your opposed alignment would actually be law. So if it were an item of law. I don't think it's really that lawful, although Uruk is kind of a lawful guy, but nah, it doesn't count as a lawful item.
Wicked or pure? Sacred example.
Neither.
No. Not sentient and ascension. No.
Doesn't have hit dice.
Boss. It's not a boss. It's not a mighty creature. It's not an ancestor. Sacrifice of a cleric or another gun. No. Ated. Sacred. Sacrifice a race of a character type aided by deity. No, not really.
If I assist you by trying to smash it
Weird.
with
So
a
there's no
thundering
oh,
strike,
decent.
would that be helpful?
Nah.
So bless wouldn't help, but guidance would. So I'm gonna roll my the bonus for guidance and from bardic inspiration.
Yes, sir.
And it's a D8. Oh, so I get plus 10 on top.
Big bonuses.
I get a plus 22. But then the D20 could be shit. So hey,
Nat 20. Nat 20.
do I get a plus if it comes in combination with the event, like the magic from Korganard?
Nah, I don't think so.
So I'm rolling. Look, I rolled a 2, so there you go. I got
24 total?
24. Yeah.
All right. So,
Wait, you rolled a... No!
Yeah, I know. I rolled a 3 now.
the
roller
curse,
skates.
the curse is removed from the ring.
Oh. Oh.
The ring is not incinerated?
The ring
No,
is not incinerated. The curse
But it
was removed from it.
Oh my god.
So does that mean it just has no enchantment on it anymore, or?
Not exactly. It's still a teleport ring, but it's been blanked.
So,
So
no,
it doesn't teleport to Hamano's dungeon.
It doesn't really seem to do anything, but it does still have the enchantment in it if it's investigated and identified.
but the curse is off. That's pretty cool. I like that. So I can hold the ring and be like, oh, something seems to be different of it, huh?
It's also incredibly hot. It probably burned your hand when you picked it up.
I don't feel it.
You use your power to resist the heat.
Yeah.
All right.
Such melting metal.
Okay. Well,
With the sucker.
so
And
at
the
this point,
sacrifice.
Korganard, who was in attendance, will comment that perhaps if you knew a powerful preserver wizard, they might be able to reorient the magics in the ring to make it do something that you want it to do. He's heard of powerful preservers who are able to travel from place to place. They would sort of create a circle of teleportation where they would be able to move in a blink of an eye across great distances. And he thinks that perhaps that ring might have a similar capability.
Do you think it could actually work for more than one person? Maybe a small group?
Perhaps, though I do not know for sure.
Well, that would be quite useful. I think we should keep it as part of our treasures until we can figure out what to do with it.
Party treasure. Gotcha.
Now it's even more valuable, but not like we don't know how much, but like it's not cursed at least. We can like we can like put it on and not be, concerned about being teleported in the wrong place. And what about his ceremony? Now it's your time to perform, Korganard. You see these lands? These lands are worked by the freedmen of Tyr, and it would be good. It would be good for them to have a better chance in the city. Giving them a fertile soil will defensively give them the hands-on, and might cause a little bit of problem with the local merchants, but who cares? Everybody deserves a second chance.
Hang on a second. I'm setting something up. One moment. treasure chest in Biggin. Okay. Lock that. Put this on here.
If I can spend 8 hours, I will do a ritual to cast plant growth on all the plants around the city.
Can I buy equipment first? I am still practically wearing street clothes.
Yes.
I'm still wearing that robe I got from Amon.
We need to get you a weapon,
Yes, preferably a bow.
a bow or crossbow or something like that.
Exactly.
What about a blowgun?
Did you take a look at the list if there's like repeating crossbow or like a good bow in there?
Where is the item list? Is it pinned in Dark Sun?
It's going to be under tier, but the one thing that you might want to take a look at, there was, if I ain't wrong, give me a second.
There's a Crodlu Sling of Flashing.
What does that do?
A d6 of radiant damage on a hit, and an additional d6 on all adjacent creatures. They have to make a DC 15 Wisdom save or become blinded for a turn. So it throws a stone, whacks them for d4 damage, and then blinds everybody in a little radius.
Throwing flashbangs.
Pretty much, yeah. There's also the Elm Recurve Short Bow of Bolts, which adds lightning damage on a hit.
I might take that.
Yeah, it's a good one. That's 1,700 ceramic pieces.
Well, where is
Reusable iron blowgun. Okay.
wait, where's the card for this bow?
It's not on a card. It's just on the tablet on the tier tab. Online, 299. I could put it on a card if you want.
Yes. Also, look, this is kind of funny to look at, a tablet inside of a. Huh.
Yeah. Okay. This is the card right here.
How much does it cost again?
It is 1,700 ceramic pieces, or 17 gold.
1,700. 1,700. You said.
Correct.
Damn, that has hurt my wallet before.
So it's got 25 charges. When it runs out of charges, you need to hunt somebody down who can re-enchant it.
How much lightning damage does that?
It adds d6 or 2d6 damage on a... No, wait. Maybe this one just adds 2d6 lightning damage on a hit. Yeah. It's strong, but it's limited.
And does any wizard work?
You need to find somebody who's capable of an electric-based enchantment. It can be anything from Shocking Grasp to Lightning Bolt. So anybody with those capabilities can recharge it.
Yeah. Wait, I might be able to recharge it.
It would be like 1 charge per spell slot. Or I guess if it's a higher level spell, like a Lightning Bolt spell, that'd be like 3 points instead of 1.
Yeah, it gets pretty strong.
I think Chain Lightning is what, the 4th level spell? That'd be 4 points recharged.
I can't cast it.
Yeah.
Magic items for sale here. Like, I'm not sure there's a card here, but there's Bracers of Archery on it. That could be useful if you're going to be using a bow or something like that.
Bracers of archery? English.
gives-
goddamn.
It gives you like it gives you a +2 damage to when you're shooting, and it gives you also proficiency to bows or something like that, or longbow, I think.
How much do they cost?
I don't know. There's no price here.
I could find it for you. One moment.
Yeah.
I think it's like, what was it? It's not
It's really
that
good.
expensive.
It's like an uncommon or something like that. Really good for rangers and
1,500. 15 gold.
it's not bad.
Ooh, you said how much?
15 gold.
15 gold.
It's on a tablet. Where's?
It's on this note card that he brought out. This one. Magic items for sale.
Items for sale. Where's the action?
I'm going to go AFK for a minute. I'll be back in a few.
All right.
This sword's pretty awesome.
Which one?
This Bazrag Bone Sword, it costs 12,700 ceramic pieces, and it has 11 charges that can randomly teleport a target that was hit miles away unless they make a DC 17 dexterity save. It only functions in the light though, so it has to be daytime and it can't be like in a building or in a cave. Well, I don't know if it has to be specifically sunlight. It just says light.
Yeah, that's pretty strong.
So I guess you can have like a lantern or something that still works. You're like, banish, bitch.
Imagine if you're on a boat in the middle of the sea, and you hit somebody with that. They
Oh,
just
no.
they just like appear in like in the middle of the ocean.
There are no oceans. There's only silt.
Well, silt filled up with all sorts of freaking insane creatures, yeah. And giants and whatever.
Yeah, that's a scary weapon.
Mm-hmm. I wonder how much it would cost us to get flying mounts in this world.
Only use that weapon to smack a
Back.
general or something.
Yeah, something not too agile. If you attack somebody at the top of a mountain, they just like appear in the middle of the air.
So, I was just thinking, we haven't really heard much from Skywill. Skywill, your character's
Yeah.
never been to tier before. What do you do when you get to tier?
Well, I am looking around at the people here, and I'm comparing it to how life is in Altaruk. And is this the first time that I've had a chance to have money, I think?
Probably.
Yeah. So, my plan is pretty much to take a portion of that money and either take it to Altaruk myself to give to my family or have it sent, but I don't know how much I trust that, so yeah, I'm probably just gonna hold on to my money and then try to make a bid to go to Altaruk at some point. Or at least pass through the area and then hand deliver the spoils of war here.
If you wanted it delivered, your best bet would be one of the merchant houses. They make regular deliveries
gonna
between
happen.
towns.
You're right, not gonna happen. So, never gonna trust a merchant house.
Gotcha. Yeah, your character doesn't
So-
like merchants very much, does he?
I don't. No.
Do I see at some point Sky?
I don't know. Does your character stay with the party and go to the ritual where they try to sacrifice the ring and all that? Skywell?
They I mean, I'll of course observe that,
All right.
but I don't really do a whole lot more with the actual. I don't have any special allegiance to the fire thing besides what he's already done. I mean, I give some respect, of course,
All right.
and I'm gonna go observe it, but I I don't go out like uh not Grimorn. Darn it, what's his name?
It's Grimorn.
Joe Dab's character.
No, Taurus. Yeah.
Taurus, there we go. I was looking it up. Taurus's character, saying, "Hey, everybody, come watch." I don't go that far into it,
Mm.
but basically, I don't have anything. I don't have enough money to buy anything here besides like I'm gonna make sure I've got food. I'm gonna sample the local customs in that way.
So you'll notice that people in Tyr, they speak common, but everybody has an accent. A very thick accent, noticeable, almost hard to understand at first, compared to Alteruk. And people hearing somebody from Alteruk would say the same. Like, you don't have a typical Tyrian accent. Everybody here's got a certain style of dress that's different from your city. Everybody has a different sort of caste system from Alteruk. You'll notice there's a lot less mercenaries than in Alteruk. Alteruk is out there on the Silt Sea fighting those giants, and here you're sort of safe along the entire like northwestern side. There's just a mountain range, and most of the cities are pretty far away from Tyr, and they also have this like vital trade of iron, which gives them a certain amount of
Oh yeah.
sort of like economic freedom over all the other cities, and so this place it functions completely different from Alteruk, and you'll find it very alien at first.
Well, if we have a chance to like a couple minutes just to chat like while during all this event, I'll go to you and I'll tell you. There's a vendor in the city. He doesn't really like show himself to everyone, but I could tell you where he goes, and he has a pair of gloves that I think that you might be interested in if you have the money for it. You might want to go and talk to the people in the, kind of the black market in the city.
Hmm. Okay.
He was showing me kind of some of the items that he had, and for somebody that has like some talents, like people like you, that these gloves might be very useful.
Well, I would like to go see what there is about the city. I want to, not be a tourist exactly, but just shy of.
Well, when you're getting your food and water and all that, you're gonna have to go to the Elven Marketplace anyway, and that's where Grimorn's recommendation basically is. You just have to go to the Elven Marketplace and talk to the right people, and they can hook you up with any of these items on the list.
Okay. Well,
I'll tell you the name of the person, like the contact, the person you want to look at, and he is hanging out normally in the Helven district.
A shady
Looking
fence
at
who deals
my,
in stolen goods.
I'm trying to see what. Oh, Wavir, the merchant clan Wavir. Is that um the merchant house that has the elves and stuff in it?
I'm not entirely sure. Off the top of my head. Let's see. House Wavir, according to my token here, is based in Balak, trades in grain, ceramic, precious metals, on good terms with Tithian, and they're feuding with Sylaxa. That's all I got.
Okay, so I don't necessarily if that's a primarily elvish clan or not.
Probably not.
Okay.
I think all of the
Well,
merchant houses are basically human-led for the most part, except for the ones that are specifically of elven origin. There's like 3 of the elf groups do trade. There's like the water dancers and a couple other ones that do some trade.
Well, I'm willing to go ahead and see the elves out here.
So the elven marketplace is basically just a flea market. And even though this is a human city, there might be elves there, but just because it's called the Elven Marketplace doesn't necessarily mean that it's like an elven marketplace, if that makes sense.
Okay, well, I'm definitely gonna go there and see what there is to
Okay.
find. Is there a role for investigate or?
No, I mean you could just buy whatever you want. It's a shopping list. It's fine.
Okay.
If you want those gloves of thievery, they are 5,000 ceramic pieces or 50
That's
gold.
way beyond my ability to pay for anything.
Yeah, they're pricey.
You just got a bunch of gold, man.
Yeah,
You just got a bunch of.
he hasn't been able to save for as long as we have.
I only have 7 gold right now.
They're 5,000 CP.
So 7 gold is 700 CP.
Did Skywell add the money that we just divided?
Probably not.
Yeah, he didn't. Because
Uh,
that's 1,500 CP, 20 CP, and then he got paid last week for another like 1,500 CP, and then 107 silver, which is like 1,000 CP.
Yeah, I've got 1,246 silver pieces plus 270. I got 107 silver and 7
and the
gold.
7 gold. Okay, yeah, that was from last week.
But I
But
don't
this
think I have
week,
anything beyond that, right?
And you got the
this
270 CP?
this week we added another 2,705 and 1,572 CP.
Oh, I
We
missed
wrote that in the Discord chat.
Okay.
And there was another 270 on top of 7 gold.
Yeah, 270 CP on top of the 1,246 from last week.
You got a lot of money, man.
You have a little bit
Spend it
more.
all in one place.
Mr.
But you might not-
Moneybags.
You might not. I don't know if you'll be able to afford them, but at least like it's something that you might, eventually you'll be able to afford at some point soon.
Although we haven't really seen him do a whole lot of actual thieving.
Yeah. I
You're
know.
at, yeah, with that amount of CP, you're at over 50 gold now. You could buy them if you want to.
I get all of that? I thought.
Yep.
Okay.
All of it.
Well,
They sold
I
a pile of magic items, so
All right.
there was a lot of money flowing around.
So I will update my total here on my side.
I hear
So
those voices like,
135,
oh, I got money?
25 CP.
You get a little bit more options.
Yeah, that changes a lot of things here.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
And really, like if even like there might be weapons or armor and other stuff too that in the city that you might.
Well, crucially, I'm assuming that a lot of things that I would be using, don't impact my ability to my psychic knife ability. So
that's true.
I mean, because that's the primary thing anyway. I still kind of would like to have some kind
Well,
of.
there's a lot of psionic weapons. A lot of psionic stuff in there.
I'm reading
on that
the.
chart.
Yeah, I'm reading the Nibenay shops business here.
Where
You
you
actually want to be
go
on
to-
tier.
Yeah, you want to look into here.
Oh wait, whoops! I can click.
Yeah, there's
Okay.
tabs at the bottom.
So that's just for me, even.
Those
Like
are all options that you can choose.
as I scroll, it's not changing it for you guys.
No.
Nope.
Oh, that's interesting.
I have it open. Like I copied the address bar and I have it open in the browser.
So
Look at
there's like if you can't do anything for your main weapon, what you can do is you can get a lot of utility items. So there's things in there. There's like
gloves
the
of thievery.
there's a bronze mask of heat resistance. Once this item's attuned 3 times per day as an interact or use item action, you can activate to gain advantage on con saves to resist heat exhaustion.
Well, that's something interesting.
So that would be like when you're traveling in the desert, one of those would like help you out. There's another one.
Right.
There's a bronze and psionic crystal amulet of cold resist for the nighttime. So that would help with the cold saves.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah. Well, I thought I had 7 gold, so I was just like, okay, well, this is my life
Can't
now.
buy anything.
Okay.
Where's that mask?
How come
thing?
everybody else has so much money?
Right. Well, I kind of figured that I was coming at the tail end of, the stuff.
Another utility thing you could look at is you could get yourself like a bandolier, and then you could go to the alchemy shop, and they got a little bit of everything. They got like oil flasks, acid vials, they've got drugs, they've got alchemist
Drugs?
fire, they've got smoke
Stormtroopers.
bombs, they've
What
got
kind of drugs?
They got weed.
yeah, they got weed. I think they got mushrooms too. I forget. They got poisons that you could put on like other weapons, like if you're not using your throwing daggers. I don't think you can poison a psychic dagger, but you could probably like poison a throwing weapon of some kind that you keep on you.
But what about the tattoos? Can't he use some of the tattoos?
Anybody can use a psionic tattoo. Psionic tattoo is just activated by a touch. So you might want to look at the psionic section. There's good stuff there as well.
Does heat exhaustion just refer to the thing when we have to drink twice as much water, or is that actual getting a point of exhaustion because we're hot?
So you get a level of exhaustion that you can't get rid of when you don't drink enough water. And you could use that to get advantage on the save against that.
Oh, okay.
Ninja.
Yeah.
Is there a place that's selling like any magical armors?
If you scroll down to the bottom of the tier list, there's not all the way to the bottom, but near the bottom. I think there's like a...
Yeah, it's kind of mixed between clothing and medium light.
It's sort of like a dark gray. It's under clothing. There's... so you'd probably want to, like a light armor?
Light, medium, heavy, doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah, you got fighter levels, don't you? Mm.
Yep, 3 of them.
But your stat is dexterity, right? So you wouldn't want a heavy armor necessarily. How much armor do you get from dex?
Plus, just 3.
Just 3. Yeah, so that even excludes like medium armor unless it's like really good medium armor. So there for 1,780, there is a Braxit Chitin breastplate of comfort. It weighs 20 pounds. It would give you 5 armor points and your dex of 3. So that's like armor class 18 right there. And it's got an enchantment, durable. It gets a save versus degradation, and comfort says that it regulates temperature, negating penalties from heat and cold, and you can remove 1 level of exhaustion by activating this. It only works once per day.
Yes, I am buying that, most definitely. Most definitely.
He's like,
That is a no.
yeah. But comfort? Yes.
That sounds so good.
Yeah, it's a really good item. Do you see this note card I have here in the corner? It's by your corner of the table. I'll put the item description on that.
What is this thing that says alone from the Veiled Lion? What is that?
Did you borrow money from the Veiled Alliance last time you were here? You probably have to pay them back.
No, but it's a card that just has an item on it, and I just noticed it next to my calculator.
Let me take a look. On loan from Veiled Alliance, Iron Ring of Probability. A trinket that was shaped by an artist. Improves the DC or hit and damage of a spell you can cast by 2. Yeah, I think that's something that you have, or that was given to you. It's cursed, though. Did the party give you a cursed item?
Did they?
What's your alignment? Because this pushes you towards law.
My alignment is... Where would alignment be on the one you sent me?
The top right corner of the main page.
Neutral good.
Okay. So yeah, if you have that ring on, you're gonna be lawful good. Unless you can make that save.
Lawful what now?
So
Awful good.
you're gonna have a real hard time breaking the law. Anytime you're given the opportunity to do something chaotic or illegal, you're probably gonna have to roll that DC 15 Wisdom save to overcome the curse.
Mm.
That's
Oh
Even,
no! Fuck! I fucked up the note card.
even lying would probably make you want to roll a save. Because lying
I'll
is
put the
not
note
very
card,
lawful.
rewind it. Here, rewind.
Rewind. How
Hit
do I do
quick
that?
rewind.
How do I rewind this? This note card.
There, I'll rewind it. 41 seconds.
Time patrol. Time patrol.
We are only allowed to attune to 3 things, right?
Normally, yes,
There's
unless
a
you have an item of
circlet of
attunement.
attunement.
Okay.
There's a circlet of attunement.
Also,
Or
the
something.
artificer gets more attunement slots at high levels.
I forget how many things I'm attuned to. Attune. Okay.
Oh, I'm back. Sorry.
Is rewinding time just a feature?
So we're kind of taking a week off, huh? Or something like that, or maybe 2, or whatever.
As much as you want. It's up to you guys.
Can I do a similar search as last time for magical item that are like religious related?
You want to look for some religious items?
Yeah.
Yeah. How
Is
much
there
money do you
anything
want to
I
throw at
can
it?
do
What is it like? For +1, it's like 100.
100 ceramic pieces to get a +1. Yep.
And what kind of what am I starting with?
Is it 100 to start and then 100 extra for each? I forget. I'll have to look it up. Xanathar's Guide to Everything. Downtime activities. Revisited. Magic items.
I'd like to send my pilgrims again to go and search.
Soul, would you like my bronze amulet of 9 vulnerability?
That sounds interesting. What does it do?
As a reaction, you can, or not as, it doesn't even need a reaction. It's just if you're hit, you can choose to become resistant to non-magical slashing, bludgeoning, and piercing damage for a minute. Up to 3 times. You can recharge it by spending a point of your constitution as temporary ability damage and regain that when you sleep.
Alright, so you have to make a charisma persuasion check to determine the quality of the cellar found. The character gains a +1 bonus on the check for every work week beyond the first that is spent seeking a cellar, and a +1 bonus for every additional 100 GP. So if it's 1 week, that's +1. And then if you add like 1,000 CP, that would add, that would be like +11. Actually, it says the maximum bonus you can have is +10, so that would probably be like, 900 gold in 1 week?
900
No.
CP.
CP, yeah.
Yeah, I'll do the 900 for the +10.
Are you sure you don't want to keep that amulet?
I mean, I already can rage and get that effect, also giving me +2 damage, so I don't
You
really.
can rage too?
Yes, I'm part barbarian.
Do you guys share a therapist?
Ooh.
You guys share a therapist?
If you rage and you use that, you take quarter damage.
I don't think that's how resistance stack, does it?
Yeah.
You can gain double resistance to damage.
Yeah.
Do I roll it, or how does that work?
Resistances
Yes.
do not stack, although half damage taken can stack if you're resistant. Like from making a dex save on a spell that says they send a boulder at you and does bludgeoning damage. You can take half and resist the bludgeoning damage, but you can't double resist the bludgeoning damage.
Oh, well, then. Never mind.
If that's the
Here
case,
I was.
sure, I'll take it long.
The only difference is that doesn't cost any action at all. It just activates once you take a hit from one of those non-magical sources of damage, whereas raging costs a bonus action. That's the only difference why I've been using it.
Do I just attempt a roll, Ninja?
Yeah, you got to roll it. It's a charisma persuasion to get a buyer.
Oh.
14, huh?
Yeah, I'm rolling shit, Ninja. I'm rolling 2s and 3s.
It says you found 2 items of C class. Making a lot of noise there, Joe.
Joe, it's like it's
Oh, sorry,
warm
guys.
in the background constantly.
Thought I muted it.
Long?
Yeah.
You have a note card for it?
I sent you the description in Discord, but I can, if you prefer, I can give you a note card
No, that's fine.
on the gate.
All right. Give me a moment to look for something that I can use.
These rollers are random, so fucking random.
What happened to the store thing? Why is it gone? I just see the Google page now.
Probably the rewind fucked it up. All right.
It's not gonna be much.
2 items are available. The first one is this Grapes of Fire Giant Strength.
Can someone load the store? I was looking at an item. Lost it.
Yeah, hang on.
I'll put in Discord the link so you can put it on a browser if you want.
There you
Okay. Thank you. Tier.
Persuasion is not my best.
I know, right?
Yeah.
You probably should have gotten Soul to help you out there. Bardic Inspiration.
Oh, it doesn't matter. I rolled a 2. Like, it's gonna be garbage no matter what. I should have had Soul look for me. And give him guidance.
Just pat me on the back.
Yeah, can you look for shit from him?
Did you win, son?
Are you winning, son? No, actually, I am quite depressed. Ah!
I'm like an hermit type of...
Okay, so these are the 2 items that are for sale. Grapes of Fire Giant Strength and a Fire-Touched Flint Quabone that adds a D4 fire damage on a hit after you've said the activation word Nifama.
I'm gonna skip.
It's
I'm
a
not gonna
Quabone
bother.
that does piercing and bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, well, none of this I can really use.
And then there's this list of psionic items as well, if anybody wants to get themselves a crawling tattoo of counterspell for the next pesky wizard that comes along.
That sounded very Pacific. I'm starting to think I should get it.
A crawling tattoo of shield comes in handy as well when you need that extra AC.
Hold Crawling. What counter spell? You say?
Uh-huh.
How much is that?
It's on this card right here. A Roast of the Old and his allies have these kind of items for sale here.
I bought an accessory, the U prayer beads of
Well?
countering, so I can counter a spell once a day, or at least attempt to.
Nice.
That's why I need to get rid of my necklace. I needed the 2-minute slot for something else.
750 CP. That's it.
Mm-hmm. It's a one-shot, expendable item. It's like a scroll.
During the week too, I'll go and talk to Sidira.
All right.
Okay, so if I'm not a spellcaster, can I tattoo like a
Yeah,
tattoo
it's
of
psionic.
spell?
It's psionic, so all
Psionic.
you have to do is touch it to activate it. It's preloaded. The psionicist casts the spell, creates the tattoo using his imagination, and then all you have to do is just touch it, and then it pulls the psionic magic right out of it.
So-
750 CP.
So can a non-caster not use the U prayer beads of countering? Because it says you're supposed to make an ability check using your spellcasting ability.
Your spellcasting ability is your druid spellcasting, so whatever your
Yeah.
thing is for that.
That's all I was saying. Like a non-spellcaster couldn't use it then.
Okay.
Probably
dropped,
they would like just
750
roll
CP.
worse because they wouldn't have like proficiency and
just-
stuff like that.
They would just roll a.
They would just
regular
be
D20.
their, yeah, probably just a d20. That would suck.
Don't remove it, Drew. Leave it there.
Don't remove it.
No, because it's not like an item. It's something you can just have.
Oh.
So yeah, so you know when I disguised, like I became like an homeless man. When I was
You became a
fleeing.
homeless man?
Yeah, yeah, because of Mad God, who was causing trouble, and well, and that's because of the tattoo. I used this guy's self.
He didn't want to be noticed. He's like, oh, I'm not
Oh
here.
yeah, I remember. I wasn't there.
Mad
though.
God was so embarrassing, he didn't want to be there.
Oh wait.
Well, also, quick question. When it says it gives me a +4 to armor, is that including my dex or for the Braxton Chitin?
Uh, it was your AC becomes 18 because you're getting 5 from the armor and 3 from your dex.
For this this weapon master's belt, can I put my hand axes and stuff on it?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so traveling to the Noble District through the gate guarded by this dwarf over here gets you into this area here, full of Templars and psionicists that are going to the School of Thought over here, and you've got Aegis of Astocles. He's got his noble house up in here, and so you can usually find Sidira of the Veiled Alliance and her close associate Aegis here hanging out at the mansion.
Yeah, so let's see. Hey, Sidira, I have this this ring here that the Lord of Flame removed the curse of, and I was told that potentially someone of your type might be able to re-enchant it.
No.
Maybe to give it new attributes. And I was wondering if you could help. Maybe to put a new enchantment that could help our group when we're adventuring. Maybe something. This apparently was teleporting people directly to the Lord of Uric. But now the curse is gone. So maybe we can make it so it brings us back to tier when needed.
An interesting thought. She's going to investigate the item and let's see. It's daytime right now, so she will call upon the power of the sun to draw energy for her wizardly magic. She is like a solar battery. She powers up when the sun is out. So she's going to dig deep and try to see what she can do with this. One moment.
Everybody knows that the sun is a giant ball of fire. Actually, in D&D, is it still is it still fusion or like what is the sun in the world of fantasy?
I think in Dark Sun the world says like the sun has been altered using magic in some way, so that it doesn't give off as much light. It's like the darker reddish sun.
Red giant.
Yeah, yeah.
This is fusion. I guess gravity still exists in that world.
Trying to look up a spell. This is a tough one.
Probably gonna cuss an arm on the leg.
Armor class +4 parenthesis. Like, what does the parenthesis +1 next to the +4 mean?
It's a magic armor that, because of the magic, adds 1 to the AC above what the regular armor of that type would give. So it's normally an armor 4 with a dex of 2, but it's an armor 5 with a dex of 3 because it's such high quality. All right. Sadira will use all of her effort, and she puts the spell Far Step into it. So Far Step says, as a bonus action, you teleport up to 60 feet to an unoccupied space you can see. On each of your turns before the spell ends, you can use a bonus action to teleport in this way again. Concentration up to 1 minute. However, she can only get it to do a one-shot. She doesn't have enough power to do a stronger teleport than that. She thinks that if there were a more powerful wizard, maybe they could accomplish a much more distant teleport. Because this one's only doing 60 feet. But a teleport's a teleport, so there you go. It's got Far Step.
A utilitarian type of thing, and that would be for one person.
Yes, one person.
Does it still only activate when you reach 0 hit points?
Yes. Yes, it does still activate when you hit 0 hit points. It'll teleport you 60 feet away to an unoccupied space.
Cool. That's actually not that bad.
Not too bad, no. If she were a higher level wizard, it's actually a 7th level spell that she was trying to do, but she can only do a 5th level spell, so it wasn't as good.
Anyone else that you might know in the world, except for Carganard, I kind of asking for some favors already.
Wait, we need people with favors?
Korganard could have done it, but it would have used your favor.
Well, I already used my favor for him to bless the soil outside of the around the shrine. So
I have a couple favors.
So what you do is you go to Skywill and you convince Skywill to use his favor for your item.
Not gonna happen.
Thomas, Warren, Bulbus, Glamis, Lady Chestlove, School of Thought, Warden and Kingdom Garden.
I do
Europe
think I'm
None.
about. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just reading off my my favors that people. Not favors, more like things that I can ask stuff with.
I do think I'm done with the shopping. I'm trying to gauge how much I want to spend on myself versus how much I want to give to my family. Like, okay,
Did you pick out some good items? What did you get?
I did, but I now have more than I can afford at this point. So that
Ooh.
means I'm done.
Yes.
But what I really want to know is, I guess, what would it take for me to buy a house and then move my family to Tyr?
Probably not very much.
How nice of a house.
yeah, what market? Which part of the city?
So,
Let's see here. Let me click back out. I'm looking at the Tyr map.
like a really nice like merchant level house would probably cost 50 gold.
No, not merchants. Away from the merchants.
I'm just talking about like economic tier,
Not
right?
Nobles Quarter.
So I'm
not
just saying
merchants.
middle class, right? So like a middle
Right.
class building would cost 50 gold. So if you're
Yeah.
going for like a cheap building, it'd probably
No.
be like 25 gold. Well, like cheaper, like a more like commoner house. And if you're going for like uber wealthy in the noble district, that would probably cost more like 100 gold.
So I kind of want to spend half my gold on my family, and so yeah, 50 gold is definitely how what I'm looking at. Uh, I want to set them up so that they have a life of comparative ease compared with what they had before. You
Right.
know, like 50 gold towards that.
Well, you
Yes.
probably don't want to spend it all on the house itself because
Right,
you do have
exactly.
living expenses as
I
well.
mean, we can get into the details here about setting like a little nest egg for. I don't even know my son's name. I don't think I have a son. His sex yet. I didn't write that in yet, but um,
I have a
I'll,
son.
I'll,
What's that bastard's name?
you know what? That's that's actually what my character says right there.
What's that bastard's name? You know, his
But
name today
anyway,
is gonna be Edward.
yeah. Um,
Don't blame me. The mother named him. My wife named him.
so I wasn't around. Uh, so anyway, so part of my time is spent shopping. Part of my time is I'd like to go ahead and find a nice so these competing desires that I have here of of a house in tier because Altaruk is still under the whip and chain, right?
Yeah.
Of of a
Sorcerer
um
King.
sorcerer king.
Hmm.
Okay. So
Your family would be more free in the free city of Tyr.
I see how they live here in tier, and I want that for my family. And so this is kind of a little mission that I've got here. As I set aside half my money towards towards bringing them here.
Sure.
Okay.
We can make that happen.
Uh, we can go ahead and kind of role play that out later, maybe not in front of everybody else, if we don't want to take up all their time too.
Yeah, there's not much to it.
But
You'd go to the noble district, you'd find a Templar that's in charge of housing and knows where there's an available building. There'd be an exchange of money, and you'd move right in. The key would be handed to you, and now it's your problem. You get to maintain it.
Are we
right,
just
right.
are we just spreading democracy throughout Dark Sun?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, and we're trying to save the planet too.
All right. So in the nobles' quarter, they have like ready access to water, or you still have to pay
The
for
water is
water.
for sale. There is enough water available in the town that nobody goes without, but you do have to work to afford water because it is not given out for free to anyone.
Right. If I set aside, let's say I set aside 10 gold. So what is that? That's 1,000 CP, right?
Yeah.
How I'm sure you have this available somewhere about how long I could live at, at a commoner's um, living style. I'm looking through
Oh, that's easy.
your
1,000 days.
DM screen. Oh, well then there you go. So just like okay,
A ceramic piece would be the common. Poor would be a bit, which is like 1/10 of a ceramic piece, and then like higher class would be either silver or like extremely high class would be gold. A gold per day would be ridiculous.
that'd
That's
be like living on wine and stuff or
yeah,
something.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's hard to spend that much money just on living expenses.
Okay. Okay. This is very helpful. This is very helpful.
Hmm.
Um, I have some things to think about, but in the meantime, while you're talking to me, I do want to go ahead and buy a couple of things for sure. And we're in the tier shop list,
Yep.
and I would like to go down to the shoot. Where is it? Is it? I think it's in clothing. God dang it! I gotta find it. Okay, I will have to find it again.
Sure.
One of these is leather boots for 2,300 under light armor. It is near the bottom of the armor section. I'm gonna mark that as sold, and I'll mark that off of my sheet. I would like to. This is. If I need to role play that out, I'm ready to do so. But
So you go to the armor shop, and they have these masterwork boots for sale adorned with onyx. They're made in an unusual style. They seem to have the Thrax style. The Thrax is like a big burly creature, so these are tough looking boots with a sort of like ruddy and rocky kind of like leathery texture to them.
do
And
they still fit then?
they're magic, and they will cinch up to fit around your feet. And they are also, because of the magic, they give you the extra point of armor, and they have the Firebane enchantment.
Right. I spend several days here going through the city, looking through the armor.
Where they have a
And,
funny
I will
activation
ask-
word, Soda Soyeda.
Yeah.
Now, they do have limited charges, so you can only get that minute of fire resistance 17 times, and then they run out of charge. And they won't do that
Right.
anymore.
But
They would still have the armor, though.
right. So this is something that I'm looking forward to. I will ask how much they are, and I will try to haggle them down as is proper custom. But and I will, look at other things and have my interest go around the different light armors. But in the end, I'm going to go ahead and pay for that. And if you'd like, we can go ahead and roll for that as well.
All right, you try to haggle with them.
I will try to haggle with them just for on the basis of custom, because I believe that's how we do. And what is okay? What would the bonus be? No bonus. What did I get? A 19. Okay, wow. Well, okay. Maybe something happens. Well, anyway, that's the first thing, and I'll let you think about that.
What do you have on currently? What kind of armor are you wearing?
Just a studded leather military from Altruic Military. So, I think maybe normal was not to be studded, but I had it, paid to have it up boosted with some studs, that kind of improvement to the armor. I paid to have it improved by a friend. So it's got some cobbles and stuff to it, but you can tell that I'm a military man by station. A common folk.
Military discount.
Yeah. I asked for a military. I asked if there's a military discount.
Rather than a discount, he offers some armor oil. It's an oil of slipperiness. If you apply it to yourself, you'll easily escape from a grapple or a trap that's holding you. It's worth 400 CP.
Yeah, I will appreciate your custom, and well, he appreciates my custom, but I appreciate your largesse, your graciousness here.
Okay, so you
that
do have to pay full price, but then he throws that oil in for free.
You got it. Slipperiness. Okay. The other thing I'm trying to find it on the list here, it was a shifting cotton cloak. I think it was in the clothing section, but I can't seem to find it. The cost was.
It's actually under Scion Trainer on line 173.
Ah, right. Good job.
It has stealth advantage, cold weather resist. It is
Now, am I able to
psionic.
use Scion Trainer stuff? I am a Scion Dagger, a Mind Blade
Yep.
person.
Yep, you could definitely use it.
Okay, well then I would like to buy the shifting cotton cloak. You want me to roll for that as well, or
You can if you want to.
okay? I mean,
Ninja,
So,
I don't
Can I
expect this
get-
to go well.
can I get a phoenix as a pet?
I don't think you'd be able to find a phoenix in this world.
Is your
No.
name Dumbledore?
No. Is there any like a fire creature, fire fox, or something like that? You know?
Fire.
There are a bunch of fire creatures. Fire Drake would be the first one to come to mind.
Yeah, not like a ranger pet. You know what I mean? But just like a pet, like a.
You could probably get yourself any of the mephit type things too. Like if you had a like a familiar, you could get a mephit as a familiar.
Just keep spawning flame fire minor elementals as a
Hey.
pet.
I got the
Alright,
grenade, but yeah.
So I-14 I think is gonna do nothing for or against there.
Yeah, you didn't beat his roll there. He had a 22, so you're gonna have to pay the full 2320, 2,320.
And there's one more thing that caught my eye in my travels, and that was these certain gloves of missile snaring.
Yeah.
And I'd like to. Where did I find those? It's 3,000.
300. No,
Line
wait, that's
300.
not right.
Where did
It's 117.
Man, you're fast. Oh,
Search.
search function, I'm guessing.
Yep.
Okay. Well, anyway, there they are. Yep, under the clothing tab.
30 gold. It's a good item though.
So, especially for me, since I don't necessarily have to have my weapon in my hand. So yeah, that will conclude my purchase order.
Can I have a fire myrmidon as a pet?
I don't know what that is.
I didn't want to get it because step one, it doesn't totally fit my character. Step two, I don't know what it does, and I'm not sure that I should ask what it does. But I'll tell you what, the gloves of thievery you brought up, I don't know what they do, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. If those are something that I should know what they do, then I will ask. But otherwise, I'm gonna leave that off.
What
So,
thing?
The gloves of
You can
thievery.
have-
That's something I might look into later getting, but
You can just ask them what they do,
Correct.
and they'll tell you.
well,
I mean, they're
vague
trying to sell
terms,
them, so they would tell you what it does.
Right,
Gloves of
just does in
Thievery,
vague terms.
they give you a +5 bonus to dexterity, sleight of hand checks, and dexterity checks made to pick locks. So lock picking and picking pockets.
Okay.
Very
And
useful.
it's
they're
not
livable.
advantage, it is +5, which is rare.
Yeah. that
Which
is
means you
harder
could
to get.
potentially get advantage and +5, which is hardcore.
Yeah.
How close are you to think you could afford something like that?
Well, I could afford it right now, but I'm gonna first get my family out of Altaruk. So,
Mm-hmm.
so that's gonna take precedence over.
If you had
over
those
something like
gloves,
that,
you could
because
just.
you know, first thing is staying alive. Second thing is making sure my family's alive. Third thing is maybe this whole thievery thing could be something
What
I
did
will.
you put your expertise into?
I think I put it into stealth. Let me see here.
All right. I was just wondering if you had
Yeah.
expertise in that already.
Because I'll give you like 5 gold if you need.
How much does a bag of holding cost?
Bag of holding. I don't know if they have that available here.
I'll give you 5 gold. That would be my contribution if you needed some.
Oh, I have a ×2 bonus for stealth, sleight of hand, and acrobatics.
All right. Soul, you find a merchant in the clothing district who is selling for 4,450 gold a nobleman's finest robes. What they do is they have 12 pockets, and also they have an enchantment. It has a small gray bag of holding built into it, which is only accessible when it's activated. You must say the activation word "get my" and then the thing you're trying to retrieve from it to retrieve an object as an action.
Yeah, I saw that. That's pretty cool. I like that.
Guess my spanking boot. What?
Yeah, exactly.
Like
But
Siri.
it's pretty expensive, but it's a great item for storage and for grabbing utility items, potions, and stuff.
It's so cool, but it's so expensive.
Where's my super suit?
Pretty much, yeah.
I got
Guess my
something
super-
similar.
It pretty much just has a bag of holding. We get a cool phrase. Can I haggle the price down?
You can.
All right. Is that just persuasion?
It's a persuasion roll.
How much is it?
4,450.
Like copper piece?
Ceramic.
Sarah? Yeah. It's not too bad.
How rich are you?
44 gold isn't too bad. All right.
I got 80. I got 82 or something like that.
Mr. Moneybags. Not everyone's as rich.
I've been saving and not spending that much, so.
I used to have a lot of money.
And then
I don't want to talk about it.
So I'm gonna spend the rest of my time house hunting.
23.
I rolled a 27. I beat you by 4 points. So full price.
7?
Yep.
What are your rolls? Was that a nat 20?
I rolled a 10. But he had plus 17.
it's hilarious. It's funny to me.
So he's got a base plus 7, and then because he's a merchant, he gets plus 10 on top of that.
Yeah. I kind of figured, like traditional, like not helpful attitude gives a +5 or +10 or.
It's intentionally hard, but if I roll low and you roll high, I give you a discount.
Right.
I was rolling I think I rolled a 1 on one of those earlier, which is how the first discount happened.
There's something called the 5-finger discount. How likely would I be to steal this?
It is very fine.
Nobleman's clothes.
Very fine nobleman's robes that are on a mannequin on display. They'd be incredibly hard to steal without getting noticed.
I think you need some of these gloves from the black market first.
Wait, do we
It's
have-
probably even in a locked display case at that price.
Wait, do we have a rogue?
He doesn't have gloves of thievery though.
Not yet.
Hey, you don't know what I am. All you know is I'm a military guy.
True.
I'm judging him.
So it'd be more like, hey guys, want to go on a caper and get ourselves arrested
Right.
in our hometown? Let's burn those
Kinda
bridges.
Right. Yeah. How many boxes can we check here? Yeah.
Do they have a veterans discount?
And then next time Gromorn goes to the Templars and says, "Hey, do you have anybody I can burn at the stake?" They'll be like, "Yeah, we got these guys who tried to rob some store."
Wait, do they give a veterans discount?
And then he gives like the 80s,
Hero of tier discount.
you.
Yeah, I want to use my hero of tier discount.
I mean, that's the only reason I allow a discount, whereas normally the merchants should just say no. It's just because you have a great reputation in town that they're like, all right, maybe. You talked me into it. You twisted my arm.
How much do they want me to pay now?
4,450.
Damn it. How many guards are?
Only 1,000 half-giant guards.
What's their running speed?
Their running speed is 60 because they're all monks.
That's convenient.
They're all monks who specialize in grapple.
That's convenient.
That sounds about right. Actually, this is great ideas.
That's a great idea. We have great guards in this city. I'm gonna remember that. Like, wait.
Somehow the police force has like 100% catch rate.
Yeah.
No one's ever stolen anything. We have a 0% crime rate.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, if you wanted to get away from that, you'd need oil of slipperiness or something.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. All right, I'll leave the merchant alone. Do they sell any magical swords? Final quest or magical weapons?
Yeah, everything that's on the list. There's definitely some weapons on the list here. Let's see what we got. Martial melee weapons. You want something
Where
cool?
are they? Don't see them.
They're kind of low, like in the 200s.
What color?
White, way down near the bottom, but not all the way. If you go all the way to the bottom,
Well,
it's
it's got bits on it.
ranged weapons. The martial ones are before that.
Here they go. Give me a moment. I'll be right back.
You probably wouldn't want to use a great sword. Oh, I know. You should use the shitty elm club. That's a fun weapon. It's basically poop on a stick. It has the stinky enchantment.
Only works if you're evil, though.
A brown tinted weapon that is polished to a shine. Functions if you're evil. It has 0 of 6 charges, regains 1 charge once per day. Creatures within 5 feet must make a con save or become nauseated. Yeah, that
Can't
poop stick
attack.
is real nasty.
Concentrate. Con spells. They can only move as an action for their turn.
That is the keep away weapon. Let's see. Frostbrand Stone Ganji Song Sickle. That's kind of a cool one. It's got the Frostbrand ability. Alright, when you hit with an attack using this Frostbrand item, the target takes an extra d6 cold damage. In addition, when you hold the sword, you have resistance to fire damage. In freezing temperatures, the blade sheds light in a 10-foot radius and dim light for an additional 10 feet. When you draw the weapon, you can extinguish all non-magical flames within 30 feet of you. This property can be used no more than once per hour. So it's got that, and then... Let's see. Song sickles have finesse, so you can use dex with them. They only do a d4, but it gives you +1 initiative, so that's kind of cool. And you can only activate the Frostbrand effect once per day.
A little question, Ninja.
Yeah.
Korganar, the powers that like the gift that he gave us here by fertilizing the soil, like what exactly did he give us
It doubles the yield of all plants.
in our
All right, I'm back.
in our croplands?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Plant growth basically just makes everything grow twice as much. Doubles in
Even-
size.
Wait a minute. Doubles in size.
Yep, all the plants all around here have
All
doubled in
plants.
size.
All right. Only plant.
Those super tomatoes.
Big
Nice.
fat tomatoes, taller trees.
But the people of the city will appreciate that.
It will certainly improve the amount of food and reduce the price of the food in town so that people are able to eat more.
Let's just
We'll
make
have
sure
a feast.
yeah, let's just make sure that they attribute that to the Lord of Flames.
And all the food will be generally more nutritious, which probably has some knock-on effects on the health of the population too.
Mm-hmm. More babies,
Mm-hmm.
but that's good. Did some good for Tyr.
Yes.
I'll let the group know about the ring, what I was able to get on it.
Hold on, I just thought about something.
Wait, what is a kraken? What is a crack? Oh, never mind. English.
Ninja, is the weapon that he's making for me essentially gonna make me a paladin?
No, not really.
Okay, cool.
I mean, it's just an item.
Okay, you said it was good online though. It's like my character is basically gonna think he's a paladin.
Sure.
Be a paladin. Can we be a paladin of flames?
He's a paladin of flames.
A fire paladin.
Can I do that? Is that a thing? Can I become flame aligned? Like my friends?
I mean, every character can become religious. You won't be a cleric unless you take class levels, but you can become religious and worship the god of fire if you wanted.
Uh-oh. Hey,
Was
guys.
he giving blessings?
I don't know. Ask Chris. He's the head priest.
I
He
totally miss. I read the wrong line on this. I bought too much stuff, I think.
do you have to put something back?
I think I need to put something. Okay, because how much am I supposed to have money-wise? I looked this.
2700 CP, 1500 CP, 1200 CP, 270 CP, 107 silver, and then 7 GP.
Plus the 207. Yeah.
Wait, is a half giant longsword just a great sword?
Wait, say that again. 2700, 1500, 270.
So what Kriya's put in chat here today at 8:45.
Yeah. You haven't got any of that yet, so that's all yours.
That would have been the total of last week and this week, all that.
Okay, I gotta put some stuff back because I read the wrong line. The undivided part.
Nah,
Oh
gotcha.
yeah. You get the divided. You get the divided part.
Yeah,
The
I don't have,
27.
yeah.
You just spent
125
everybody else's
gold.
money.
Right, exactly. Let me fix this.
Okay.
Oh god. Yeah, I am rich. I got
Right, I'm just gonna buy
13,525
3 things off the
CP.
special the magic items menu like it's no big deal.
Yeah. I'm buying the city, man. Don't worry.
Yeah, buying a house, buying a bunch of magic items, and no big ding.
You should still have a fair amount, anyways. Like,
Yeah, I think it's like, I don't know, 59, 60 gold, something like that you got.
Right. So I'll probably spend like, yeah, maybe half that or something. Okay.
Wait, is a half giant longsword just a great sword?
it's a huge sword.
Okay, so here we go.
But can it be
You gotta be what large size to wear to use it.
Hey, I have the half giant sword from those guys, the one with acid on it.
Hang on. So how does this work? So it says divided by 5 is 2705, but then it's got 3 other things after it. Are those all divided as well?
What at the bottom? No. Okay, so that was for Sia, so he knows like what he got from last week from all the coins. Joe, please
But-
control the sound. That's it.
Sorry, man.
Okay, by my calculations, I come up with 7,563 ceramics. But after you turn all the gold and silver into ceramic, it comes to that number total. Based on what Kriya says right there.
Yeah, so you would have got 1572 CP plus 2705
Right.
CP plus 1246 CP plus 270 CP. And then you would have 107 silver and 7 gold.
And
That
silver is a 10-to-1.
You just add a
And
0.
gold is 100-to-1.
It's like 1,070 ceramic pieces. And then
Yeah, so this
that would
entire
be
total...
like 700 with the gold.
Right. Yep. Okay. Then that's. Hold on. I'm gonna put that in chat here. Total CP.
Yeah, it's kind of weird the way I divided it. It's just that the top part is like the regular merchant stuff, and then the second one is all the magical items, and then the stuff from last
Okay,
week.
so you've got 75 gold and another 63 ceramic pieces. It's a lot of money. It's enough to
There
buy
we
some
go.
stuff.
I put it in Discord chat. Okay. I will have to put back the gloves of missile snaring.
All right.
And I can't buy the house yet. But I'm gonna send them. I'm gonna bring them money next time I go, and then we'll figure it out from there. I'll try to move them into tier.
Fair enough.
As a future plot arc.
Yeah. Bring your family to freedom.
Right.
Like, I don't think it's a part of like a Dark Sun, but is it possible to transform a shrine into a temple or something like that?
I mean, you already have a temple.
Okay,
I mean, isn't that what you built?
that's right. Yeah,
temple?
that's right. We didn't get a bunch of people to work on it. Can we transform it into the Vatican?
That's a bit much. The Vatican's big.
Yeah, I know. That'll be our base of operation.
Oh, in the chat, they're making fun of your counting skills.
Oh, I'm going back to
1, 5, 7, 3.
wait. Which chat? I'm in Discord chat.
The Twitch chat.
Yeah, they can do it
Oh.
themselves if they're not happy.
All right, let's see here. What do we do next?
What is a dead?
To be fair, Taurus would have just put his axe down the middle of it and just said, "Okay, that's yours. That's yours. That's yours. That's yours."
Well, with
just cut it like a piece of-
Krius, I think it was Krius talking about how he wanted to rob the merchant, maybe in some off time at the.
No, that was Sia.
That was
Let's
definitely
see
me.
See, okay. Oh, hold on. Sia.
Yes.
Sia is who's Sia?
Oh, that is
Ra
me.
Ra. Okay, but wait, who are you?
Ra is Soul.
Soul.
Soul the Bard.
So my old Discord
Soul
name was
Bard.
here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So the bard is
He
in between
goes by a
sets at
mini
the tavern
name.
as we meet again to after a night. I'm saying, well, if money is what you're after, I
Mhm.
don't feel like the need to. Actually, hold on. I guess I wouldn't really like shopkeepers either. Because the shopkeepers are part of the merchant guild. My issue is with the merchant guilds, not necessarily with a mom and pop shop dealer. Although they're probably not. No magic item shop is a mom and pop.
The merchant houses are not necessarily associated with the shops themselves. So, like, a person could own a shop in a town, and then they could sell their wares to the merchant house, who would then transport them to other cities to sell them. So it's like a network of trade. But you might not necessarily hate like the shopkeeper in a town who's just a small business owner.
Right, like small business owner. I don't want to hurt them.
So it's like the difference
issue-
between like the shop and the FedEx guy. The merchant houses are like the FedEx guy delivering the goods.
Okay. Well, the point that I bring up is, and actually, does House Wavir operate in tier?
Yes, every merchant house has a representative building in the merchant district here. House Wavir is right on the corner there.
Well, right, merchant district. Okay, here I'm getting it now. Yep, that's right. Boom, House Wavir. There it is. Boom. Okay.
Are you planning a GTA heist?
Um,
Are you planning a heist?
that's kind of exactly what I'm saying here. Is
Okay, I'm listening.
House Revere, they owe me
How much?
a life. The life of
Where
my
you go?
brother.
Personal? Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry, no
personal.
refunds.
And I'm guessing you're asking for my help in some type of way?
I don't know what I'm saying. I take another big drink at the bar, and I'm
Getting drunk and thinking naughty thoughts.
thinking naughty thoughts out
Yeah,
loud,
getting drunk. Let me get drunk while thinking of...
contemplating murder.
Oh, murder?
Well, yeah, look. I don't want to. I don't want to kill anybody innocent, but they have taken from me and my family dearly, and I will see them pay in this life or the next.
So you want me to kill somebody? Is that what you're asking
What?
me?
I didn't say that. I clink my beer.
I, I,
uh,
I've never killed somebody who didn't deserve it, though. That's the problem. Do you know anyone
I'll drink
specific?
to that too. Aye.
Do you know anyone who deserves it?
I do. And are there any House Revere people in? Hopefully, there's not any House Revere merchants like in. Is it a luck roll in the bar right now in the tavern?
That guy right there.
Nah,
'Cause
they're busy
probably
people.
gonna do something stupid right now.
They're very busy people. They wouldn't be lounging around in the bar. They'd be in the merchant district making money, making that money. They're all about that
Yeah.
money.
I look around. I don't see any of them in there, so I can't do anything stupid. Nobody here, but but actually, where would we be? We'd probably be in. Was it the Shining Sands? No, the Golden Enix Inn, right? That's where we were before, right?
Yes.
The Golden Enix Inn. Yes, yes. Just down the road here, I think there might be a few people deserving of
A
a
few,
visit
a
of ours.
few, a few. Did you say a
That's
few?
right.
Are you sure? Are you sure about this? It's starting to sound a lot like you just want me to kill a random member of that. I mean, they can't all be bad people, right?
That's right. Yeah, you're right. You're right. What am I doing? I'm letting the Hey, barkeep, what do you call this? Says a random name of a
Brandy.
local brew. Brandy? Is it brandy we're drinking?
I don't know. Is it Ninja?
Yes, it's brandy we're
Yeah.
drinking.
Yes.
Well, I mean, in the Dark Sun world, they actually have specific drinks that are Dark Sun drinks. So if you go to the item shop thing there's a section called like the edible tab, and in the edible tab there's a beverages section. So there's rum ale, tear ale, cactus blue ale, honey barley ale, pale water ale, Golgan beer, tear beer, broy, cider, Javo nectar, spiced mead, and polk. So those are the variety of alcohols you can choose from. There's also a variety of wines too. Ascles wine costs 100 ceramic pieces. It's the best wine in the house.
I'm not the type that does that.
Sure.
I'm the type for efficiency.
Just trying to get drunk. Well, the cheapest shit you could buy is sap wine, which is just made from like a harsh plant fiber, sort of like your vodka of choice from the Dark Sun world.
That sounds about right. That's the kind of guy
Yeah.
this is. Yeah.
Yeah, it starts by a bunch of half giant like chewing on that for a while. and then
Ew.
spilling it into a big barrel.
Gross.
You know what? We'll go one step up from there then. And forget that.
um.
Go one step up.
All right, fermented cider. You get yourself some
Oh, now that
very
sounds
taste,
good.
tasty,
Let's go.
tasty apple flavored cider.
That's right.
It's two
Yes.
bits per bottle, nice and cheap.
Let's go.
You can get 5
Got
of them for a ceramic piece.
Sold. I've got like as many bottles as I can carry from the bar between my fingers as I saunter back with a big grin from
are
ear
you
to
sure?
ear.
Are you sure that you're okay?
I will be soon.
Uh,
Pop one of the corks and hand a whole bottle to you and pop another cork for me and
Okay, I got to do
like-
one other thing, or maybe 2 other things. So, Creus, when Grimorn went to Sidira, Sidira's going to relay to Grimorn that she's heard rumors from the Veiled Alliance in Nibenay. And she'll tell Grimorn that there is an entity known as the Zwoon. The Zwoon is a force of nature, magic itself. Being an important force of nature, it's vital that it be protected. And the Veiled Alliance has warned that Nibenay has dark intentions toward the Zwoon. They've learned he plots to destroy the Zwoon, and she feels like we should do something about it. We need to protect the Zwoon, being an important natural element that might have negative consequences on the world itself if Nibenay is successful in corrupting or destroying this force, this energy known as the Zwoon. So she implores you to talk to the other heroes, and perhaps you can venture to Nibenay and take care of this situation. And on top of that, she's going to tell you that she's already made arrangements with a merchant house Sham. She's contacted a merchant who operates what she's going to refer to as the Rosada War Beetle parked outside. House Sham operates the Rosada War Beetle, the tremendous undead construct which acts as a merchant cargo vessel. And so she's already spoken to them and covered the cost. So you and your allies would be able to board this thing and fast travel to Nibenay, rather than cross the vast expanse of the desert at great expense while micromanaging your food and water and all that bullshit. This thing can just transport you directly to that city.
Hey, question. Would the path we take be direct or maybe along the roads? Would we go passing by Altaruk?
The map is over here. Do you see the line I'm drawing?
I do. I'm looking at that right now.
Okay,
I'm along the
so
way.
you would be traveling to Nibenay by
Along.
this route here.
Yeah.
See, they go to Fort Scones, then they go to Silver
Yeah.
Spring, then they cut up to
Aw, darn it.
Shazlim, then they come down to Nibenay, because they're trying to avoid Gulg, and there's no road this way between Gulg and Nibenay, which means they have to go the other way.
Darn it. What would it cost for me to divert down to Altaruk?
You want to go to Altaruk.
That's kind of out of our way.
You would have to talk to the captain of the vessel and convince him to make the detour. It's possible. The commander of a merchant caravan has a lot of leeway as to determining, like the captain of a ship, he can choose where they go.
How many days would that put us out?
It would add a few days to the trip. He might charge you a fee for delaying his trip, but you guys have some money.
I expect.
It would be like it would basically be a bribe.
We can roleplay this out.
You gotta persuade him, and you'd have to probably throw in a bribe to convince him. But it's possible. We'd have to cross that bridge when we come to it.
Okay.
I'll ask you, Sadira, the Zvoon, that source, where are we going to find it? Is it already between the end of the Lord King over there?
It is in Nibenay.
in Nibenay.
Well, not
But we
in
have
it,
to-
but like just south of Nibenay.
Okay. And do you know if the Lord of Nibenay, if he has hired people to go after the item?
The Zwoon is a force, like an entity. It's just like
Okay.
it's like a wandering creature, basically.
A spirit of some type?
Yes, it is a spirit of the land that wanders in the plains just south of Nibenay, and many of the people of Nibenay sort of like worship it. Especially the Veiled Alliance, they consider it a sort of like a sacred thing. A lot of druids would probably respect it as well.
And were you expecting to bring it back here?
No, you wouldn't be able to. They don't really have any plans on how to deal with this. They don't even know much. All they've heard is a rumor from a contact in the Veiled Alliance, but the Veiled Alliance in Nibenay is intensely paranoid and secretive, so they have almost no information to go on.
But we have dealt with the Lord of Nibenay.
Yes.
Maybe we can actually infiltrate. It's possible. Maybe we can talk with them.
Maybe.
They'll want us involved.
Yes, but look. Okay, is it common knowledge to me, being a resident of Altaruk, have I been to Nibenay?
It's possible, but unlikely.
Would I know that it has that kind of vegetation there right now.
Oh yeah, everybody in the world is very well aware of where stuff comes from. So, the Crescent Forest, in between Gulg and Nibenay, is the primary source of agafari wood, which is probably the most common wood used for weapon manufacturing.
Okay. Okay, that makes some sense.
And
So,
Gulg and Nibenay are fighting over that resource, but they both export it.
so it seems like Nibenay is aiming to shoot itself in the foot here. Um, how much access do we have to the forest ridge in Tyr?
The Forest Ridge, it's a difficult crossing to get through the mountains, and when you get into the Forest Ridge, it's full of horrible monsters and cannibal halflings that will eat you.
Yeah, we escaped a bunch of that.
So
previously.
it's much easier to get wood from the Crescent Forest in between Gulg and Nibenay than it is to get anything from the Forest Ridge.
Huh. Okay.
You have to think that there's like an easy trade route between Tyr and Gulg, whereas to get to the Forest Ridge, you have to go through the roughest terrain in the world, through the high mountain passes full of the worst monsters.
Yeah, and our transport is not going to do that. It'll just stick onto the roads.
Right.
Now, if you had a flying carpet, you could do that trip in no time.
Just a little
I don't know
short.
if you can transport the wood though.
Just a little short.
Right. Okay. So while Nibenay, if they are trying to take out this source, this spirit of nature, who knows if that spirit of nature is what sustains the vegetation, the resources that they have. They could be killing their best kank,
Mm.
their best.
Well, we're talking about the Sorcerer King. They
Huh.
don't care about that. That Sorcerer King probably wants access to that source of power to transform himself into some sort of a monster or a dragon. Like
That
like
eats
what they
it.
what
Yeah.
they tried to do in this city by absorbing the life of everyone in the city. So the Lord of Tyr could actually become a more powerful creature. They're not to be trusted, and their intentions are always selfish, and they generally don't care about the consequences. But it really kind
So
of
it
depends if
sounds like we're all headed to, and now with me joining you, to kill another sorcerer king.
Oh, I doubt that's never gonna happen.
Right. I mean, how are we going to stop and make this being of whoever runs Nibenay to stop from see what they are doing is
Well,
not good
You're
for the
you're gonna
people, not good
be
for the pocketbooks.
you're gonna be real surprised with where this quest goes.
it really depends on where if they get involved or not. But normally they don't really get involved in anything. The Sorcerer Kings.
Let's just say disrupting the Zwoon has big consequences.
I can only imagine.
This wound is a force of nature, right?
Yep.
Yeah. But to be honest, if we can, we should defensively make sure that a Sorcerer King doesn't have access to power.
It is a source of wild magic.
Did somebody say magic?
Wild magic.
Source of well, this is not something we know. We don't know that character
No.
knowledge, right?
This would be conferred. Like this information would be basically like told to you by Sadira, who is a high level, like practically the highest level preserver in tier. So she,
this isn't just
it-
some rumor.
if there's something about magic, she's the one that would know it. So she tells you the little bit that she does know, that the Zwoon is this powerful force of wild magic, and they fear that if Nibenay does anything to it, it could have implications on like all magic.
Oh wow.
This be like. planetary destructive.
They're very concerned. That's why they're imploring that you go there immediately, and they've booked passage on this very rare type of transport that can get across the desert quickly.
And last time that we have actually worked for the Veil Alliance, let's say that we've actually benefited a lot from it, and there's still to benefit from them.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they're good people. Hard to find in the world.
However, you guys also have a bit of a relationship with Nibenay, helping Nibenay defeat the Oba of Gulg in the past, so you never know.
Yeah.
Nibenay himself might come to you guys and try to get you on his side in the whole thing.
Generally, we help them when it's a matter of survival.
This one is a real tricky one because they give you the option of siding with Nibenay or against
Are
him.
you telling us the whole thing right now?
I'm just saying this plot will reveal itself right at the beginning, so you will definitely be contacted about it as soon as you get there. In fact, maybe even on the transport, since they are Nibanayan transport from House Sham. And they're seeking mercenaries. Like Nibenay is looking for mercenaries to bring back to town to help him out. So
we should actually like role play this out. We say, okay, on this on the trip there, which is I'm guessing a several days journey.
probably a week or more, I'd say.
Right. That there is a Nibenay agent or diplomat of sorts.
Well, House Sham is the major merchant house of Nibenay. They have their
So
main
House Sham merchant would be telling us.
Yeah.
Nibenay is really the more benevolent and giving to the world of Athos about the treasures of the Crescent Forest, but we should be helping them, right?
Well, the captain of the vessel is named Lisa, and she's actually one of Nibenay's army of Templar wives. As I've explained in the past, Nibenay's entire division of Templars are all female, and they're all married to Nibenay, every last one of them. So she's obviously a trusted advisor to the Shadow King himself, and acts as, like you were saying, like a diplomat because of that. So she understands what her king wants and will work to assist him in that.
Well, if everybody has done what they need to do in the city,
Is there a document that has pets? 'Cause I mean,
Pets. Well, there are animals you could buy, like a Zatal or a what's that thing called? Like a churum. You caught some of those. The churums that make like the pleasant humming vibration noise, like the white
big,
noise beetles.
The big beetles.
are there any available for purchase that can be trained to attack?
An attack beetle? No, they're not that smart. More like a pet. You just keep it in a bag and it makes noise.
It's like saying, I want an attack lightning bug.
Yes, yes.
Actually,
like
there's probably a vendor in the city that sells scorpions, no?
Here's hoping.
I could
That's
use some
a
scorpions.
weird question, so I'll have to research it a little bit.
We're gonna need some animals that can attack. So, you see.
Yeah, because I need to keep some scorpions in like in a jar and carry them around.
I have a lot of free bonus actions most of the time. Trying to get it that can attack them.
So there's an aprig, which is a domesticated farm animal. You can get one of those. It's a little pig-like creature with 6 legs and a hard shell. You could get a karu. Karu is basically a cow.
Wait, where are these animals?
I'm looking at this web page. I'll put it in the chat, in the Dark Sun chat. This is the list. Then you got some pictures.
That's what it looks like.
There's the Erdlu. The Erdlu is a flightless bird that weighs 200 pounds. You could get one of those. You could get an Inix. You had one of those before, the big lizard.
Yeah.
Kanks.
because for legal reasons.
Mechalots, moleworms. The moleworm can't attack. You wouldn't want one of those. Erdloos are scaredy cats. So they're not great if you want an attacking creature. I mean, if you want a scary creature, you probably want like a Mechalot, but then you'd need to hire a Mechalot driver too.
I had a decently scary creature called Ninix, but he's currently miles away.
Yeah. If you want something that can fight, the Inix is probably your best bet.
My main goal now is to get Skip back sooner.
Wait, didn't we like you can't ride it and fight on it at the same time, right? Because it's like a lizard. It flips and spazzes out when it fights.
Tail hammer swing.
Yeah. You don't want to be strapped 750 pounds of lizard when it's flailing about. Break your neck real fast.
How far away is Gold?
Pretty far. Let me go to my list here and find out.
You know, a Warcrow is actually pretty good. They move 50 feet. They're large. They have 17 natural armor. You know, they're pretty tough.
The trip to Gulg from Tyr takes 10 to 15 days each way.
But we're going to be on that transport, so they'll help us out a little bit.
So it's probably 10 days to Ultaruk and then another 5 to Gulg.
So, Ninja, we were talking about those giant... what are those giant dinosaur things called again?
Mechalots?
Yeah, Mechalots. Can we learn how to be a Mechalot driver?
You can.
You have to be like a psionic.
So you would either need to spend time attending the Noble Psionic School or go to Oresta the Old, and he knows the people that train drivers in the back alleys. So either of them could train anybody with psionic talent. Everybody has the feat, so you all have the psionic talent. And then he could train you in how to do it. Most of you would not have any talent for it. It actually requires telepathy. You can get telepathy with items or with spells, or you can just have the feat. Any of those 3 ways. But without it, you wouldn't be able to communicate with the Mechalot to control it.
Can I use animal... speak with the animals?
No.
Yeah, damn it. Okay, never mind.
I got pretty much everything I need. So whenever if you guys are all ready, I guess we'll be able to leave for the other city.
If we're just gonna gloss over this, as Ninja said we were staying here for about a week, one of those days of the week, I would do an 8-hour ritual to make the ground grow better all year round with a 1 mile diameter around the city using plant growth.
All right. Korganard already did that, but better.
Okay.
But nobody's going to complain. Everybody's happy to have a druid doing something for the land. So if nothing else, you make the farmers happy and get some respect points.
And the other thing I wanted to do is get a giant metal cauldron for the temple of fire, so we can have a pot. Free fire heat. Forever burning. No wood source needed.
All right. How much is a cook pot? And then we multiply 200.
200?
Well, it's made of iron, isn't it? You know how expensive iron is in this world.
Yes. Does it have to be iron?
You could get a bronze one, and it'll only cost like 5 times as much.
How much is that?
It'll be miscellaneous, probably.
25 gold. Let's just say 25 gold. Or ceramic pieces, I mean, not gold, obviously.
Die.
Okay. You get yourself a bronze cook pot. I think bronze has a lower melting point, so...
It's very, very conductive. It would melt faster, but, you know.
Okay,
Pretty good.
I'm back.
What is bronze's melting point?
Oh, nice. Came back at the right time, huh?
It would be probably better if it was like cast iron.
Well, for the purpose I'm using it for, it doesn't need to be able to get super hot.
Well, you're not gonna be putting it right into it. Like you just.
Yeah, I'm not going to be putting it directly like on the fire.
Yeah, it's got a pretty high melting point. It's fine. It's like 1,675 degrees. Cast iron has 2,200, so it's a difference, but not a huge difference.
I would put a hole on the tower on the second floor and just sit the pot in there with the fire touching the bottom of it.
You can cook all your food in the cook pot with the holy flame, and it'll be holy food.
Yeah.
That'd be a fun one.
You can boil some water in it, and it becomes holy water.
I was
Hey,
going
I
to
gotta-
cast.
That'd be
You
a
gotta
good
go?
way to
Okay.
make money.
How do
See
you
ya,
make
see
holy water?
ya.
Boil the
Nah.
hell out of it.
I
didn't
wanna
know.
cast ice storm into it and put lots of ice into the pot and melt it to get lots of water.
All right.
I didn't say I had to go yet. I said I had a nice joke.
Oh, all right.
So how do you make holy water? You boil the hell out of it.
Yes.
Tough
I
crowd,
know
huh?
that one. I know that one. That's an old one. we could have a spout go out from the pot out of the tower and then like put it on top, and then people could like drive their cart next to the tower and like fill up, have the water spout just go directly into their barrels.
In the Twitch chat, after the holy food passes through your system, it will become holy shit. That's a good one. Okay. Well, this'll be fun, being transported across the desert in an enormous undead beetle's carcass, stomping around on its long legs. This is just like in Morrowind, Elder Scrolls Morrowind, where they have the big, I forget what they're called, but the big creature they ride around.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're not supposed to kill the giant dead beetle.
Nah.
Yeah,
nah.
I heard about that guy. Real piece of work.
All right, so anything else we have to do? Any last things as we approach midnight here?
Mm,
Otherwise, we'll pick up in Nibenay at the beginning of our next game.
Oh, we instant transport there? Yes.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. This thing is basically fast travel, so we can go right to the quest rather than spend the next like month traveling across the desert. I would like to get directly into the book rather than do a bunch of random encounters.
Us spending time in a tier.
I consider this like a RP heavy session. We do a lot of combat in our games, and I feel like it's important so that we have like a good idea of like what our characters are about, that we have like
Yeah.
a solid RP only session once in a while, and that's what we did. We role played it out. There was not a single fight in this entire game, which is super weird for my games because I love the combat part of D&D, but on this one, yeah, it was just town stuff.
No, it was good.
Hmm?
I did want to ask if I would be able to convince this house. Darn, what'd you say? Not Shazlam.
Sham.
Sham. House Sham. Okay, House Sham. Writing it down. Okay. Transit.
Okay, Oren, Lisa will talk to you in private about it, and will make a persuasion check. She's trying to persuade you to convince your allies to help Nibenay. She says she'll scratch
Help
your
me
back.
If I help.
if you
I help
scratch
her.
hers. So Nibenay needs the help of strong mercenaries in a conflict because there's unrest in Nibenay, and you're a powerful group of adventurers that have helped Nibenay in the past, and she knows this, and so she wants an inside man to try to convince the others who they should really help in the coming conflict. So as long as you're gonna support her, she'll support you, and make sure you get to your family in Alteruk before we head out. And she won't even charge you a thing. She won't ask for a bribe, nothing. She'll do it out of the kindness of her heart because she wants to see you and your family reunited. And so does Nibenay, the benevolent leader of the city of Nibenay. She's really going to schmooze you about it. I didn't roll
I
huge
don't
though.
know.
I didn't
I'm
roll
really
huge though.
feeling convinced. I'm feeling pretty darn convinced.
She's only got a 12 persuasion, so if you roll high on your insight, you'll get the idea that there's some subtext here that she's doing this all for selfish reasons for Nibenay, but you could roll it if you want.
I rolled a 5.
Yep. Hmm.
I feel like she's just legit.
Yeah.
And that is extremely kind of you. I don't know what's happened. I start running with this group, and now all of a sudden everyone is just so darn gracious and generous all the time. Well,
And
Sounds like
and then you get reunited with your family. Are you going to bring them with you on this, or are you going to just like use some money to have them sent to Tyr, or like what's your goal there?
my goal is to lord this over my brother that I brought home like 20 gold worth
All right.
of money for the family.
Riches.
I bring back, so they're set for at least a couple of years. Well, probably a year if you consider everybody in the house. But anyway, if they wanted to, if something bad happened on the ranch, that they'd still be okay.
You could feed a family of 6 for a year with that much money easily.
Right. So they've got a big nest egg. I start trying to convince them, and we can type all this out later if we're interested. But I'm convincing my mother and my brother and sister, and I'm not sure if I think my dad's still alive too. Yeah, my father as well. That we should maybe try to bring the family business, the Kanks, everybody, all over to Tyr. It's a wonderful city that they live free, not under the yoke of any horrible military. Yes, the merchants' houses are still there, but they don't run the city. It's a whole new way of life and living, and so I think you should see it. I think that we should get a house there and move all the Kanks over there, the Kank Ranch,
All right.
out to Tyr.
I think they're
And so-
convinced.
I'm gonna have to go now, guys.
All right. Yeah, we're just about done here.
Bye, rah.
See ya.
So that's something that
so
I'd
next
like
week-
to maybe do in the future. But right now I have to go on this mission with Nibenay, and they've actually helped me bring this whole trip to you. So I owe them sort of a debt of gratitude as well.
Okay, so your family understands that you can't stay with them. You have to go and go to Nibenay. Are you
Right.
are you giving them the money so that they
I
can
give them
relocate?
all the money except for I'll keep like I don't know 100 CP with myself or something.
Okay. All right.
For
So your
spending time.
family is rich enough that they can afford to catch a passage on a merchant caravan, like a trustworthy one, or a group maybe if
Sure.
they don't like merchants. I don't know.
Well, they probably have to make the trip themselves with all the Kanks. They've got a ranch.
Yeah, so it's sort of like a cowboy thing where they're taking all the herd,
Right.
transporting
I
it.
kind of would like to be with them when I do that, but I don't know if that's going to be in the cards for the plot of the game or not. But that's something that we can talk about.
I would be down to
side.
cowboy a whole ranch of kinks to tier. That sounds hilarious and also just fun as a side quest.
Okay, so that's just something on the side here that if it's in the cards for us, that's something I'd like to do.
Yeah, I'm
But,
not sure how to do this because it would be a major sidetrack. So I'm trying to think of ways that we could do it as like where you're not needed to be there the whole way.
Yeah,
Maybe a downtime activity.
sure. It's something to keep in the future as a later hook or whatever.
It's
But
just because this whole thing with the swoon has the Veiled Alliance worried, and so you're supposed to be in a hurry
yeah,
to get there.
I'm definitely in a hurry to get there, and if there was a way, if we can go ahead and have this happen, through mail too, but I will be in the debt of Nibenay.
All
Either
right.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm on board with being a Nibenay agent in this moment now.
So that could be interesting too, if like some of the party is on one side and some of the party's on the other. That might be interesting.
I'm down. I'm definitely down. All right. I know we gotta go. It's 11 o'clock, so or midnight. I don't know, depending
Yeah.
on your time zone. So okay.
It's getting late and I've got pizza to eat.
All right, guys. Good
Fantastic.
Yes. Good night. And out there in Twitch land, thanks for watching.